Whenever you go to a movie, you watch movie there, and the movie is so good, it's so motivational, it's so inspired. Well, come out of the movie, you think that, Chah, I should have also been like this. Correct? Now, the best example. There is a movie called Leader. So movie, if you watch the movie Leader, you will say like, oh, a politician who changed the system. Then you'll start thinking, oh, I should have been a politician. Correct? Now, there is a movie called Jersey. Here, a cricketer who never gives up. And again, you would have watched this RRR, right? Probably a freedom fighter. You would try to be imagine, oh yes, it was a very good. And a lot of times you see an hero becoming a police. And you're so inspired that when you come out of the movie theater, you feel like, oh, I should have also been a police, right? This is called a temporary motivation. And it will doesn't even last for 5 minutes. When you come out of the movie has made you to be in that character, and it doesn't even last for 10 minutes. Probably you come out, you discuss with your friends, families, you tell them the story, you tell that, yes, this movie is good, this movie was so inspiring, it gave you some stories. That's it. That's it. Right? So this is called a temporary motivation. Now, you may be asking, we're about to learn Databricks and why this motivation? Again, I'm telling you, this 3 hour session is not going to change your career. Okay. It could also again lead you another temporary motivation. Yes, we should learn it. But what really matters is how you continue, how you get into the process, and what are the things that you are interested in, and how we are going to implement this. In short, before even starting the session, I'm telling you, Databricks is something which you can do everything. Okay, everything, whatever you want, you can do. Whichever project, whichever use case, whichever the world's problem, the data problem, everything we can solve it here, right? So let's wait and watch. What is this Databricks? The next 3 hours, I'm going to be engaged with you to make you understand what we can do with this, and we'll see some practicals also. Again, this will be just like a movie, but if you want to get into the subject, you will have to have hands-on practice, and you'll have at least you need to learn for 1.5 to 2 months only on Databricks. Okay, that much of topics and use cases are involved. Okay, so without wasting much time, let's get into the subject. As part of this agenda, I'm a very good storyteller. So obviously I'll tell you one story. And that story will be a text story. What is text story? Technology involved story. Okay, it will not be a movie story. It will be a technology involved story. Then we'll get into the Databricks, and then we'll get into practicals. The entire 180 minutes of session will break it into 80, 80, and 20. So 80 minutes will focus on the theory part, and 80 minutes will focus on the practicals, and then we'll go to the question and answers. Okay. Now, here, who can attend this workshop? Just to set up the context here, anyone who is willing to get into a field where they want to work in IT. It could be a data scientist, data analyst, data engineers, BI developers, ML engineers, Gen AI, who wants to become who wants to start their career. Anyone, even the final year students also can attend. The eligibility criteria for learning Databricks is you just need to know what it does. That's all. Everything else will happen. Okay. And to understand this session, it's simple. You need not come from any background. If you understand my plain basic English, well and good, you're well on track to learn this tool. Okay. But as I said, 3 hours can give you the context, setup, and help you the tool, but you will have to do a lot. Okay. So irrespective of whichever field you are, respective of whichever domain, technology, background you are, this 3 hours should benefit you in one or the other way. Now, moving on. the story starts. Scene number one. Back in 2017, when we started our KSR data vision training, we just had one student. Okay. Today, I don't know how many are attending here. I see some 169 for a session that we initiated about 2-3 days back. We told that there is a free workshop on Databricks and we can see about 170 people. But when we started our institute for the first time in 2017, we had just one student. Just one student. And you know what? And you know what? That one student was my cousin. He was my cousin. On the first day, who will believe you? Right? So when you are starting something, it should be from scratch. So first time when we started back in 2017, we had just one student and that student was my cousin. And the situation was so worse that he never used to come to me. I used to run behind him for teaching, right? When I say cousin, their parents are also close to me. So they're like, why don't you get my cousin, my son a IT job? So that's how it started. So I was like, okay, let me train him and let him get a job. So it's my cousin. So here the catch is, he never used to come to my house. I used to go to his house every morning. I used to go to his house and teach him personally. And you know, the biggest challenge is he was staying about 25-30 kilometers away from my house. And it's back in 2017, there was no COVID, there was no work from home, right? So I have to go to his house, wake him up. So morning 5:30, 6 o'clock, I need to go there, wake him up. And this guy still sleeps, right? I need to wake him up. I need to make them learn. And one day he says that I have a headache, stomachache, and the class just goes like that. And I have put a lot of efforts to train him because he's my first student, right? And the real catch is, since he was my only student, I knew everything about him. His name, his parents' name, his pet name also I know. Okay, maid name, address, street, neighbors, school, marks, everything I know. Every single piece of information I knew about him. Why? He is my just one student. He is just my one student. And you may ask me, where have you stored all of his information? You're saying that you know his address. You're saying that you know his street, area, locality, his school, his marks, his pet name, right? Everything you know, where have you stored? The simple answer, I just remembered everything in my brain. Is my just one student. I just remembered everything in my brain. Now, here, I have not used any storage device to store his information. It's just my brain. Okay. Then what happened? Scene number two. Scene number two. Luckily, with so much of efforts, with so much of learning, my cousin got a job. My cousin got a job. Now, this was very great. He got a job and forget about he getting a job. Because of M, I got almost 10 students. Because of M, I almost got 10 students. Now, then we were thinking, oh, yes, this is a start what we wanted, right? The first batch was one student. The second batch was 10 students. So we wanted to make it big. See, if that guy would have not got a job, he would have not referred, right? He got a job, he referred, and now we are a 10 student batch. Okay. Now, I cannot go to 10 people's house now, right? It's very difficult. Of course, he was my cousin. He was my only student. I went to his house. But now the challenge is, if 10 people are there, I cannot go to 10 different students' house. It's called actually a travel tuition. I'm not a travel tuition guy, right? I cannot go to the 10 people guy, 10 people's house. So what did I told? See, you guys are there, 10 people. Why can't you come to my house? So me going to 10 different house was impossible, right? One one person's house going at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. This is not possible. And 10 different people will be staying in 10 different areas and locality. How can I go? And I'm in Bangalore. You should be knowing the problems in Bangalore, correct? Now, this was not possible. Then I requested them to come to my house at a fixed time. Let's say we fix it at morning 6:30 or 7 o'clock. You guys come. Now, here, when these 10 guys are coming, I need to know only their name, locality, and phone number. That's all. Now, I will not know their street address, their complete address, their door number. Probably for my cousin, I need to know the door number also because I need to go and knock the door and enter the house. But here, I am not going to their house. So the information started reducing. I don't need their pet name. I don't need their maid's name. I don't need their parents' name. I don't need anything of them. I just need only three information. That three information is student name, locality, and phone number. And you may ask me why locality? At least I will get to know, I can plan it, right? Hey, where are you? We are running out of time. We are about to start the session. Where are you coming from? So phone number is needed, right? Locality will help me to plan it better. Okay, you can start 40 minutes before the session. You can start 15 minutes before the session. So I can guide them, right? So locality, name, and phone number was good enough for me to store this information. Now, with the 10 students, it was my second batch, right? So that young blood energy will be there. So I could still remember everything. Just phone number, right? Just phone number, name, and locality. I was able to remember everything in my memory itself, right? Now, no Excel, no notebooks, no database. Everything I was able to remember just in my brain. Of course, for the first person, multiple information about one person. But in the second case, limited information about 10 students. Still, my brain was working good enough, right? My brain was good enough. I had a good memory power. I was able to store. Now, end of scene 2. Let's enter into the scene 3. Slowly, as you see in the image, 10 students become 100. And you can see that scene name, success created problem. Should I be happy for 100 students or should I worry for the problem that it has created? Right? The scene name is success created problem. What's the problem? What's the problem? The number of students increased. From 10 students, it became 100. It became 100. Okay? Now I can't remember this 100 students' names. It's very difficult. It's very difficult from my perspective to remember their names. Right? So I started struggling. For every student, I need to remember their name, phone number, email ID. Of course, 100 students, I need to know whether they've paid the fees or not, which course they have joined, and which batch. Because we are not teaching all 100 students at the same time. 30, 30, 30, maybe we are dividing into multiple batches. So we wanted to know which batch they belong to, and we wanted to teach them, right? Now, this is something which we wanted to do. But here I had a problem. How can I remember all of these names? So slowly what I did, remembering this is impossible because of the total number of students was about 100. So I decided my memory doesn't work going forward. In the scene number 3, I have to come across a storage system where I can store all the information. Now that is where we started moving on to use Excel, right? You guys know Excel. So I started using Excel. In Excel, we used to store their name, phone number, email ID, everything. Now, Excel became my first real storage. When this happened back in 2017, 9 years before. 9 years before, when we started the KSR, first batch, okay, fine, 1 student, second batch, okay, fine, 10 students. When we came to an achievement of 100 students, now the challenge occurred. Now, where can I store this? Now, all of this has to be stored in a place where that is where we opted for Excel. Excel was our first storage, right? Now, I could see, I could store some of the students' information in rows and columns, right? So I need not to open an Excel and show you, but you know it better. You know it better. How can we store all the information in Excel? Very simple, right? Very simple. If I can simply open an Excel, if I can simply open Excel here, I can store the details. What is the details I can store? As simple as name, as simple as location, as simple as batch, time, piece paid. Now, this gives me a good rough space to store my data. Now, 100 students, right? Probably I have to go and take off 100 students. So 100 students will be one table and we'll be storing this information in Excel. Okay, all good. Excel was good, but is it going to work for future? Definitely no. This Excel also will have problem. Let's see what is that problem. Let's enter into the scene number 4. Let's enter into the scene number 4. From 100 students, now it become 1000 students. So we can see that the thing started growing. From 100 students, it became 1000 students. Now 1000 students, probably my Excel is still good. My Excel is still good because your Excel can store up to 10 lakh records, 10 lakh rows. So it's okay. It's still okay. But the biggest challenge with this type of growth is when things started growing and we had about 1000 people who are learning from us, maintaining their information was the biggest hurdle. So the data started increasing very fast. And if the data is getting increased, probably I need to track all the student details. Now, when I say 1000, I cannot just leave it like that. We need to track their attendance also. We need to track their attendance also, like who is attending, when they're attending, how many people have got job, how many people are struggling, who needs assistance, who needs resume preparation, what is the total fees they have paid, what is the installments they have paid. Now if I keep on telling you all the fields, it becomes so lengthy and heavy that I cannot store it in my normal Excel. Okay, still if it is possible in Excel, right? Now the file will become very heavy. And from my perspective, this Excel is present in my laptop. If someone else who wants to go and update, for example, there is a student who has paid the fees to me, I will go and update in the Excel. Now, if Mahesh is on the other side, he is in Hyderabad, if someone goes and pays the fees there, what he will do? The file is with me. He will have to send me a WhatsApp saying that please go and update. Do you think I don't have any better work to go and keep on doing an update? This doesn't work. So the guys who were hero for me, the Excel, now slowly become heavier, right? Now, opening the file, applying the filter, checking which batch it belongs to, going and doing a manual check. This was the biggest headache for us. This was the biggest headache for us. At one side, we are happy that our business is growing from 1 to 10, 10 to 100, 100 to 1000. But on the other side, we are struggling to manage the data. We are struggling to manage the data. So Excel have also become a problem to us where we were not able to manage properly, right? So reports were not coming properly. Two people were trying to update the file at the same time. All these challenges we had. All these challenges we had. Now, then I realized, okay, Excel was good only for smaller data. Excel was good for a smaller data. Maybe a small business, right? Probably only 10 people, 20 people, or 100 people are there. This Excel will solve your problem, but it is not going to fulfill your requirement of 1000 students. Then I realized moving from Excel to database. Now, database solved my Excel problem. Right now, what is database? We started to store the data in the form of a tables. Right now, a quick example for this also. I have a database which I'll show you. So we have a database. How I was able to store the information, I'll tell you. Right. So this is our database. This is our database. Now this is our database, and this is our KSR information, and you can see that attendance information, who has attended, when does attended, where they were attended, late, present, absent, what is the online mode, what is the location. Then we have a different batches, hybrid batch, of offline batch, weekend batch, evening batch, morning batch, what is the capacity, when it was started. Then what are the courses that we are covering? We are covering data engineering, GCP, Power BI, Fabric, machine learning, Gen AI, SQL, Python, cloud. Then enrollment, which student has enrolled to which course and which batch, and whether the batch is completed or not. And in case if they're having any exams, so what type of exams, final exam, how much of score they have taken for 100, whether they have taken in the offline mode, online mode, and what is the results also, like whether they have passed or not, and what is the payment they have done. Right, they have payment, they have done a payment of, let's say, 9,000, 29,000, 7,000, 4,000, 5,000. Have they done it through cash, UPI? All of this I'm tracking, and whether the payment was successful or not, and when exactly that payment happened, and which enrollment they have paid for. And finally, we have the students. Now, all these are the student information, the student details, date of birth, gender, state, city, when did they join. And I cannot say that all the 100% people who joined the course will be successfully completed. Definitely, there'll be some people who have got dropped out and would have completed, and they have reached out to us through maybe YouTube, Instagram, WhatsApp. And today, if you are in the class, some or the other way, you would have seen about this advertisement about the Databricks session, and that's why you're here. Right, maybe you would have seen in YouTube, Instagram, WhatsApp. And what is your current role and experience? Every single information I am actually storing in the student. Now you can see how the data has moved from Excel to database. Right now, we have come to a situation where Excel was also not solving your problem. Then we went for database. Now, database is helping us for managing the 1,000 students, or maybe probably 10,000 students. Okay. Now, now, scene number 5. Scene number 5. We started getting more students. We started getting more batches. We started getting more trainers, more transactions. Everything increased over time. Now, until now, the movie was going good. Now, suddenly there comes a villain. And here, in every movie, there is a villain. And here, the villain is, at one point of time, we are not able to manage the data. The big problem, right? The data exploded. Online classes, 1 lakh students. And when 1 lakh students are there, I cannot bring all 1 lakh students to my office, right? We need to conduct an online session. So we started focusing on online sessions, different batches, morning, evening, afternoon, weekend, weekday, everything. Now the database become overhead. Of course, the database is also present in my personal laptop. Right? So maybe in Excel, multiple people were not able to update a single file, but in database, multiple people can go and update. Mahesh can update from Hyderabad, I can update from Bangalore. It was possible. But as and then it become 1 lakh students. Things were not in control, and at one point of time the database exploded. It's like a balloon. You keep blowing. At one point of time the balloon explodes. Now this is exactly what happened in the scene number 5. Now, after few years, our institute started expanding to many cities, maybe in Delhi, Noida, Chennai, Hyderabad, Bangalore, everywhere. Now, how many database you will manage? How many regions you're going to manage? How many locations you're going to manage? tracking 1 lakh students, your online sessions, the mobile usage, the video analytics, web streams, how many of them are clicking our website, how many of them are directly browsing our information, how many of them are directly paying the amount fees in the website itself. Oh, this was a big challenge. And from 10,000, it went to 1 lakh. Now, managing a 1 lakh students was the biggest hurdle that we had. Thousands of records started generating every day. Everyone is doing a transaction. So on a daily basis, we used to get a thousands of transaction. One database was not able to handle this. Forget about keeping that record in my brain. Then it went to Excel. From Excel, it went to a database. Now we have come to a conclusion that even database servers may not help you. What's next? What's next? This was actually a big data problem. From one student, we have come across now 1 lakh students. Now we are into a problem. Problem. And the biggest problem is a data problem. Right? Now, what's the solution for this? You should have some solution for this. Right? Every problem in this world has a solution. Now, suddenly, another hero came into the picture, and the hero name was Hadoop. And the hero name was Hadoop. Now, Hadoop entered the story. Scene number 6, talking about a solution, we have a Hadoop. Okay, just to give you a recap, the data which I was remembering in my brain went to Excel. From Excel, it went to database. And from database, now we are focusing on Hadoop. Now, why this Hadoop came into picture? Okay, now, this Hadoop, a new architecture was being given to us to solve two main problems. What is the current problem that we are facing? KSR, storage and processing. Since multiple students' data has been coming and I need to able to process it. So these two were the biggest problem. So Hadoop gave a new idea. You know what they give the new idea? Instead of storing everything in one machine, divide the data across many machines. What a beautiful idea, yaar. Why I should store our data in one machine? That one machine could be my laptop, and sometimes my laptop, if doesn't work, it's gone. The entire data is gone. So what Hadoop gave us a solution is, boss, don't worry. Instead of storing the data in one machine, let's divide the data into across multiple machines. Now I was happy for this. Okay, the solution is partially okay because the data may be divided, but who's going to do the processing? If I buy a 10 laptops, instead of storing in one laptop, if I buy a 10 laptops, who is going to work for the 10 laptops? Right? Now they gave another solution. And instead of one machine doing all the work, divide the work across many machines. This was an excellent idea by Hadoop, which was introduced in 2010-2011. 14-15 years back, they gave us a solution. What is the solution? Instead of storing everything into one machine, let's store the data in multiple machines. And instead of one person doing the work, let's go with multiple people working on multiple machines. Now, this was a solution. Okay. Now, I will tell you in a very layman terms how Hadoop was solving our problem. Imagine there's a one task that has been given from client. One task. It is being handled by one person. It is being handled by one person. Here, the number of tasks is 1. Time taken is 3 days. He's taking about 3 days to work on this task. And he's only one resource. He's just only one resource. His facial expression can tell you that how frustrated he is. How frustrated he is. And to just do this task, we are literally taking 3 days. Now, why this has been taken 3 days is we have just one system. The data is present in one system. The number of person working is also one system, one person. So this leads to a overload. And if you can see, the time taken for doing this task will be 3 days. This is exactly happens if your data is present in your one machine, right? Now, what Hadoop told me? Hadoop told me, boss, why don't you distribute the data across machines? Then we started to think about distributed task processing. Now, that complete one task, which was I was getting from the client, I distributed to three people. I distributed to three people. One of you, please take care of data cleaning. One of you, please take care of reporting. One of you, please take off organizing. One of you, please do a documentation. One of you, please align everything. This is what I divided my task into multiple people. Now, when you say the word distributed, when you say the word distributed, the distributed word means the data and the task is being divided across multiple systems. Right now, the consequence of going to a distributed task processing is the number of tasks will be one, the time taken will be one, and this time the resources will be three. Now, I have no issues with the resources, but what is needed for me is the task which was taking for 3 days, I was able to complete it in one day. If I include another three people, maybe I could have reduced to half a day. If I would have increased the people, my from half day I could have reduced to 2 hours. So the task which was taking 3 days, literally by distributing the task as well as the data, I could have achieved as early as 1 hour. This is called distributed processing, where who is a master of this? It was Hadoop. Hadoop was a person who was involved in this type of solution provider. Okay. Now, where are we? Where are we? We were in Excel. From Excel, we went to a database. From database, it was even not possible. Then we went to a multiple systems. Now, what Hadoop was doing is Hadoop brought a design like this. Hadoop brought a design like this. One person who can control all the other systems. Okay. And the easiest way to remember is you would have seen in your computer lab in your colleges. A computer lab. A computer lab is a very, very good example of your Hadoop system. There will be an instructor who will be in control. He will install all the softwares in every system through LAN connection, and he will make sure before you come to the batch, before you come to the computer class, that particular session, that particular code will be loaded into your system. Now, if you're not remembering, go back 10 years back in your graduation, in your final year, when you were doing a computer lab analysis, this is exactly happened. Now, the complete data of my company, I am dividing this into multiple systems. So if all the 10 people and come and work in this computer lab, my work will be very fast because I am distributing the data, I am distributing the task and making my work easier. Right? Now, until here, we have a solution. But a bad news. A bad news. Would anyone like to jump into the bad news? What is the disadvantage of Hadoop? Why can't this work in every time? Whenever a new data is coming, whenever a new task is coming, let me divide the task across systems and let's make the other system to work. So instead of depending on single task, let's go with distributed task. Now, why this doesn't work? Just think and answer.
Cost of infrastructure.
Infrastructure. Very good. Well said. I cannot always come up with computer labs. What else?
Probably control mission which spoils data will cannot distribute.
Mm, okay.
Maintenance.
Very good. What?
Challenge to distribute the task.
Very good.
System fails.
Very good.
Limited source of extraction.
Partially good.
Infrastructure cost.
Yes, very good.
Like reading many small files or insufficient small data workloads, I think it's also a disadvantage.
Very good. Now,
All data will be lost if a system gets failure.
mm, okay, but anyway, it's in my control, right? It's in my computer lab. If they want to work, they have to come to my computer lab and then work. Okay.
We are
Yes.
distributing the data, right? So that means we are storing in different what is systems. So we need to, the task comes here is we need to connect those systems.
Okay. Now,
More manpower.
more manpower. Very good. Yes, very, very good. Okay. More manpower. Now, I'll tell you, I can buy 10 laptops. I can buy 20 laptops. If I tell Mahesh, he will also buy 15 laptops for us. But who is going to manage this 15 laptops? We have to hire 15 people, right? We have to hire 15 people. It's a big challenge. For every system, I need to make one resource available. Please take care of this laptop. This laptop should not get switched off. This laptop should be always in working condition. And I cannot hire this many people. Even Ramayana's Ravana has 10 heads. It does not have 10 hands to work. We have to hire this all hands here, right? So it's a long discussion now. But let me tell you, the biggest challenge that we were facing in the Hadoop system is infrastructure. To build a computer lab was not easy. Of course, if you go and see the computer lab, this computer lab may not be completely a costliest. Maybe 25K, 30K, you will get it. Okay, it's a affordable. Okay, they will not keep a gaming computer in your computer lab. Okay, like the laptop price is 1 lakh, 2 lakh. That much of high configuration laptop, they're not going to give in a computer lab. The computer lab, the computers will be placed in such a way that it can do your normal work. So maybe cost is not the biggest problem, but assigning it, dividing the work, right? And going and setting up the computer lab, all of this was the biggest challenge. If I take this, the biggest challenge was also space. Space. Forget about computer, even if it's cheaper, I'll get it in second hand. But space, where will I go and build this computer lab? If building a computer lab was the only solution for managing your big data, every company should have a computer lab in their house, in their company. In the company, if you go to TCS, HCL, Wipro, Infosys, there should be more than the cabins, more than the chairs. You should have a computer labs for managing your data. This cannot happen. This cannot happen. Now, in order to go forward, slightly, I'll tell you. See, Hadoop is a big concept, okay? Hadoop is a big concept. At least I need 3 to 4 days of explanation, but we have only limited time, right? So I'll tell you in one word, Hadoop has some limitation. It was very slow. It was very slow. Okay, it was very slow. One word answer. It was very slow. It was a solution provider, but it was very slow. What is very slow? Mahesh is asking, in our entire all the batches, which student has got the highest package? And first I need to go and search here. I need to go and search here. I need to search here, here, and finally in each and every system, data is distributed. Data is distributed. We have hundred batch which is already completed. In each and every system, you have 2-3 batches of data. In every system, I need to go and find out who is highest, who is highest, who is highest, who is highest, and finally from all the system, I need to get who is the highest. He asked morning 10 o'clock and he'll get the answer at evening 10 o'clock. And I was verge of getting fired. What is this, yeah? You're taking 12 hours to give the response. Now this was a problem. It was very slow. Why it is slow? Let's not go deeper. It is slow. That's all. It is slow. Okay. Then Hadoop, we thought it is actually a solution, but it was not good enough. It was not good enough. Okay. Data was stored across multiple machines. Work was also divided across multiple machines, but the one problem always exists, which was slow. It was slow. It was slow. Okay. The complete Hadoop architecture, it was slow. I'm not saying it is completely replaced. It is slow. Then what is the solution? What is the solution? There comes the framework and technology called Spark. The Spark, as the name implies, this has sparked in everyone's life, particularly for companies. Spark. Now, what does a Spark did? Same thing. Same thing. What Hadoop was doing, same thing it was doing, but a slightly an improved version. Slightly an improved version. Okay. The objective of today's session was the Databricks, but I cannot directly get into a Databricks. First, we need to understand what is happening in the market. And that's why I'm introducing all of these terminologies. Again, we are not here to learn completely Hadoop. We are not here to completely learn Spark. We are here to learn about what are the challenges and how the infrastructure is keep changing. So we will be covering in detail about Spark, which is what the past, present, and future of all the technologies. Spark is a spark, right? It is a spark. It has been there in the market for the last 10 years with absolutely no issues. Everything is working well unless and until a new technology comes. As of now, Spark is the best. How Spark works? Again, as I said, at least I need 1 week to explain this. So let's assume that Spark is a solution which is better than Hadoop. Better than Hadoop. What did they do? Spark also divides the work across many machines. Spark process data with memory. Some memory concept is there. Memory concept. Okay. Now, the conclusion is Hadoop helped us to process a huge data. Spark helped us to process a huge data faster. That's all. That's all. Both are solution provider. If Hadoop was taking 10 hours, Spark will take 10 minutes. If Hadoop is taking 1 hour, Spark may take 1 minute. Somehow there is a concept called memory. Okay, so Spark processes data much faster by using the memory. Now we will get into the deep concepts when we come to that particular topic in future, but today we have maintained the hierarchy. From my brain, it went to the Excel storage. In Excel also, we can do a processing. We can apply a pivot. We can create a table. You can create a visualization, and you can also write some logics, functions, everything you can do. But Excel was not that great for huge data. Then we went to the database. In database, we organized well, multiple tables, multiple schemas, multiple databases, everything were well. And then we moved to Hadoop. And Hadoop, yes, it is fast. The data was divided across multiple systems and multiple frameworks. Yes, very good. But slightly it was slower. Now we went to the Spark. Now Spark is much faster. Right? Now, irrespective of whatever happens, Hadoop or Spark, the biggest challenge was setting up the computers. Setting up the computers. And for the first time, I'm introducing a word. Don't call it as a laptop. Don't call it as a system. Don't call it as a computer. Please call this as node. One node. One node is one system. One node is one computer. One node is one laptop. So setting up the nodes, I could have simply said setting up computers, but we are relating this as a text story. This is not my story. This is a text story. It should be with a technological word. Now we have node. Now, setting up this computer, please don't use the word computer lab. Computer lab is a 10 years old word. Let us use another word. Let us use another word, and that word is called cluster. Cluster. Computer lab is a cluster. System is a node. Right? When life was so good, suddenly there came a disaster for me as well. We thought that Spark could solve our speed problem. Because Hadoop was slower, then we thought Spark could solve our speed problem. Right? Huge amount of data could be processed very quickly. Hadoop, 10 hours. Spark, 1 hour. Hadoop, 10 minutes. Spark, 1 minute. Life looked so perfect. But there comes a new challenge. There comes a new challenge. What is that new challenge? Yes, setting up the computer lab is the biggest challenge that we are facing. Whether it is a Hadoop or a Spark, your system configuration is same. Setting up the computer lab, right? So setting up the clusters, in the clusters, setting up the node was one of the biggest challenge that what we were facing even in Spark or Hadoop. Okay. To run a Spark, we need many nodes. We need many nodes. I will not use the word computer. We need many nodes. Spark installation. I have to install Spark in every machine. I need to configure what is a configuration for each and every laptop or a computer. What is a RAM? What is a hard disk? What is the number of core? How many cores we can run parallel? Oh my God, big headache. Okay. The lifetime problem that we were having is engineers were spending too much of time in managing the infrastructure. One of the biggest hurdle that we are facing currently, even today, is to manage the infrastructure, setting up the computer lab, setting up the systems. And we were in the world where we wanted to solve the problem, business problem, client problem. But for that, we were not having time. We were thinking only about managing the servers, machines, clusters, nodes. What is this here? Client is hiring you for his work. And you guys are thinking about infrastructure and clusters. Spark is very powerful. But the challenge that we faced was infrastructure. There were a lot of companies who came for help. Lot of companies who came for help. Those companies are called Cloud Era. Those companies are called Hortonworks. There were a lot of companies who came to rescue. They're saying, see, boss, don't worry. I will build a computer lab for you. Don't worry. I will build a computer lab for you. Don't worry. You think about only your problem. You think about only your data. You think about only your processing. You don't build a computer lab. Let me build it for you. What is a computer lab? Cluster, set of nodes, managing the infrastructure. They were like many companies. Okay. There were many companies. One such company is Cloudera. One such company is Cloudera. Cloudera is an enterprise hybrid data platform that allows organization to secure, gather, store data, and analyze massive amount of data. Okay. And there is one more called Hortonworks. Of course, both have clubbed it, but Hortonworks is also a major big data company. Major big data company which runs on the Hadoop. This Hortonworks was known for providing 100% open source big data solutions. What they do is they build the systems for us and they design the cluster for us. But these were all the third party. Third party means some other company and coming and doing it. Okay. Now, you would have seen that, right? In a movie, the entire movie, there would be one person who would have acted very well. And finally, in 5 minutes of emotional scene, one person will just take that credit and go. Right? We have observed that. Now, the guys who introduced Spark, the guys who introduced Spark, right? The guys who introduced Spark. Now, they were bit happy and bit sad. Happy because, okay, people have started using Spark. Sad because directly Spark is difficult. So someone is coming and saying that, okay, maybe I'll give you the infrastructure, I'll build a system. So the guys who introduced Spark for solving the big data problem, now credit is going to some other company, right? Now, these guys were fired up. The guys who introduced Spark, they were fired up. We have done all the background work. We have done the great achievements of introducing a framework. Even today, everyone is facing the issue of big data, and we have come across a solution which is much better than the Hadoop, and someone is taking the credit. And Hortonworks and Cloudera, which I was telling that they also build the infrastructure value, slightly increase the price. Even they had some issues. Managing a lab is not an easy work, right? So all of these challenges it came. So what this guys did is, the guys who introduced Spark, right? Those guys know in and out of Spark framework, how it works, how the data will be distributed, how the task will be distributed, how it is going to work in memory, how it is going to fasten the process. They knew in and out. And those are the guys who introduced Databricks. Those are the guys who introduced Databricks. I took 1 hour to introduce this Databricks. Climax. Coming to the climax, Databricks. And if I would have directly opened this Databricks in the first minute of your session, I would have told you it is a Spark cluster service. You would have asked me what is Spark. You would have asked me what is cluster. Now you know what is Spark. Dividing the data into multiple systems, dividing the work into multiple systems. And what is a cluster? It is dividing the data into nodes. That nodes is called cluster. This was developed by the same people who created Spark. If someone is saying, I will teach you Databricks, please don't believe them. We cannot learn Databricks without Spark. First, you will have to learn Spark. Only then you can learn Databricks. Okay? Everyone is saying Databricks, 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 Databricks. And the biggest problem in the current world is social media is trying to give some of the wrong information to us. You open a YouTube video, you'll get thousands of videos, thousands of details. Everyone is doing something or the other way, half knowledge. I always tell this to my team. Okay? Half knowledge is worse than no knowledge. Half knowledge is worse than no knowledge. If you have no knowledge, okay, I can accept and move on. but half knowledge will actually put you in a difficult situation, right? Now, Databricks. What is it? What is it? It is just an infrastructure. It is just a person who has created this was Spark, guys. They have created this. It basically has a set of Spark cluster service. I need not go and create any computer lab. I need not go and create any computer lab. Computer lab is automatically created by them. If you go and simply request that for this project, I need these systems, they will assign it for you. Okay. Multiple cluster management means one Databricks, it is a huge building. Imagine that as 50-store building, and we have about 1,500 houses. Each house we can give it for one project. Each house you can give it for one project. Each house you can give it for one family. In each house you can go and have computer lab. In 1,500 houses in a 24 or 30 store building, 1,500 houses there. In 1,500, one is having 2 BHK, 3 BHK, 4 BHK, 5 BHK. In every room, you can set up a computer lab. Whoever wants, let them come and stay here, work, pay rent, move out. I'm not asking every single person to go and build a computer lab. Computer lab, I will build it. Who will build it? Databricks will build it. We can go and use it. Is everyone with me? Is everyone with me?
Yeah, everyone with you.
Yes,
How it's different from Cloudera and Horton, which you were showing earlier?
They were in the on-prem. We'll talk about that. Okay. So Hortonworks and Cloudera, they also did the same thing, right? But they did not have much support for functionalities. They did not have a support for updates. A new update, they will take more time, and they were getting a lot of issues, right? See, a person who is invited something will know completely in and out of everything, right? So to answer this, so we know about KSR. We as a people, we are from KSR. We know about how to have the KSR sessions. If someone else is coming newly, we need to train them. They may not know everything. How we work, what is the culture we are, they don't know. So we need to train them. So this Hadoop and Hortonworks, sorry, Cloudera and Hortonworks, they were not that used to Spark. They had slightly less support to the people. If you are facing some issue, to give an example, right? Imagine your internet is not working. You go and raise a service ticket. What if they take you 1 week to resolve this? Will you continue with them? You will change the vendor, right? So Hortonworks or Cloudera, they were not that in terms of initial times. Now it is good. Okay, fine. But in the initial days, about 5 years back, 6 years back, or 10 years back, they were not up to the mark. So that time, this Databricks were like, oh, everyone is moving behind a tool, which is not at all stable. Now I am the person who built a Spark. Now let me come up with my own framework. Now that is why Databricks come into picture. The guys who introduced Spark, the same guys introduced the Databricks also. The same builder. Who built the building? Who built the flats? Who built the computer lab? The person who knows the complete foundation of that place. So luckily this worked. This is much better in terms of having all the libraries, modules, everything. This was a first class platform compared to all other tools. Okay. Is everyone clear till here? Yes?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Databricks. Remember the word bricks. It's a building which is built by bricks. Here, Databricks is an infrastructure which has been built on top of the Spark, where anyone, any project, any use case, we can go and work in Databricks. Okay? Can I assume that you will never forget the story for rest of your life? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really.
Yes.
First line, first minute, if I go and tell Databricks is a Spark cluster service provider, what you will understand? What you will understand? This is exactly what everyone is doing. Databricks, 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 Databricks. Why Databricks? Let's learn in such a way that we'll understand the flow. The story is not end. Okay? We are entering into the last 5 minutes of the movie. Okay? Usually the last 5 minutes will be very interesting, very suspense. Right? Now, Databricks is a heroine. Databricks is a heroine. You could have asked me directly why you're not considering as a hero. Okay? You could have considered me. You would have asked me a question. In a movie, why don't you consider Databricks as a hero? Okay? Now, I'll tell you. Databricks is a one tool which can solve all your problems. But there was a one problem. There was a one problem. Let's see what is a problem. Okay? Let's see what is a problem. The Databricks history, a flashback, a small flashback. Databricks was founded in the year 2013 by the original creators of Apache Spark. The Databricks project began in 2015. It's like about 11 to 12 years. This isn't famous. Okay, before that, we were using Cloudera, we were using Hortonworks, we were using a plain setting up the computer lab. I have done this. I have done this. In 2014, when I was starting my career, I have set up a cluster. In my experience, it was very, very hard. Sometimes I used to ask my managers, sir, why all this Spark here? Because of Spark, my infrastructures, everything, it's becoming a headache. To manage the infrastructure is actually killing our time. Spark may be solving a problem, but this is not at all working well. Right? It's not at all working well. The infrastructure is struggling. So all of this we had. So slowly, these guys, the original creators of Spark, they introduced in 2015, and Databricks is a Spark with a nice GUI on top of Spark. It has been built with a nice GUI, means a graphical interface, a beautiful tool with a design, well designed with UI. I'll show you that when we come to the practicals. I will show you that. Okay. Now, Databricks is a unified set of tools for building, deploying, sharing, maintaining complete project. I'm telling you, with just Databricks, we can complete one complete project. We can do that. Okay. We can completely build one project. We can do that. Okay. And just a history. It was launched in 2013 to 2015, and it started becoming famous from 2015 onwards. 2015 onwards, it is used extensively. I get addicted to this type of tools because when I started my career, these tools came into picture. That's why I'm addicted to these tools. Okay. Probably all the tools which you see here, maybe Power BI 2015, Hadoop 2013, Spark 2013, and Databricks 2015. So Power Automate 2018. So all this came once I started working. So that made me to get that interest. Maybe you guys are listening for the first time. I'm listening for 10th year, 11th year, right? So this started getting that interest. Okay. Now, one problem which was not solvable by Databricks is we have issues in our KSR. The two issues we had is, one is how can I store the huge data and how can I process the huge data? These are the two biggest problem that I had. These are the two biggest problem I had, right? But now we need to understand that your Databricks was only solving the problem of processing the data, but not the storage. They were not good enough to store the data. They were good enough only for processing the data. That means you give a millions of records, they will come and then do the work and they will go. Right? It's like a chef. The chef will never come and stay in your house. The chef will come, the cook will come, who will cook the food, best food, and they will go out. Exactly what happened with Databricks. Once the Databricks build engine was built, see, they had a storage, okay? They had a storage, they had a processing. But compared to storage, they were very good at processing. They were very good at processing. They did both. But you can see the size. Yes, I've written very small, maybe small storage, but processing was too good, right? You ask Virat Kohli can bat very well, but he may not be a good bowler. You ask Jasprit Bumrah, he may be a very good bowler, but he may not be a very good batsman, but they can bat. They can bat for survival. Virat Kohli can bowl for a survival, but they cannot be a match winner, right? So the coming to the end of the story, Databricks was one of the best in its business, which is processing the data. That means what? The task will be divided. The data will not be divided. The task will be divided and the task will be executed on time. And it is one of the best in terms of processing the data. What do you mean by processing? Transformation, data cleaning, data transformation, data modeling, missing values, abnormalities, special characters, white spaces, cleaning the data, everything it will do. But it will not store. Right? On the other hand, for storing the data, rather than storing the data in my on-premises, that in my personal laptop, we started to move to the cloud. Now, cloud become also a famous for unlimited storages. I cannot store the data in my personal laptop. This is my personal laptop. This is my personal laptop. Here you can see I have about 200 GB. Here I can have about 400 GB. Here I can have 400 GB. So 400 plus 400 plus 200, maximum data that I can store it in my personal machine will be 1 terabyte. After that, either I will have to go and buy an extra laptop or I will have to go and buy extra system. This was the biggest headache for us, right? I cannot keep on buying the laptop. So slowly we started to move to the cloud. Now cloud has one of the best features, that is they are very, very, very good at storing. Databricks is very, very good at processing. But for my KSR, I need both. I need both storage and I need both processing. I am telling you one more time, in the cloud also, you can store the data, you can process the data. But this is very good for storage. And this is very good for processing. Both can do both. Your cloud can also store the data, process the data. Your Databricks also can store a limited data, can process the data. But I want the best solution. Right? Now, we have different clouds by different vendors. When we started the class, I don't know your name, but I always remember the questions. When someone was talking to Mahesh, okay, I did not notice the name. A person was asking, Databricks is linked with all the clouds, right? I don't remember the name, but I remember this topic was being discussed. We were like, Databricks can work with all the clouds, right? Now, here is an option for you. Right? For cloud, we have AWS, we have Azure, we have GCP. We have AWS, we have GCP, we have Azure. Now, all three can be best for storage. Now, your Databricks, which is good for processing, let's assume the fact that Databricks also need a storage support. The storage cloud also need a Databricks support. So now we have come to a position and point where both a boy needs a girl needs a boy. We have come to a stage of our life where a boy needs a girl needs a boy, right? So Databricks needs cloud needs one of the processing tool. Okay, now the last climax. Databricks is a processing. Unfortunately, we have one of the best. We have the one of the best. But for Databricks, there is an option. He can choose, she can choose this, or he can choose this, or he can choose this, or he can choose this. We have an option. Now, you listened all this story, right? Now tell me, whom will Databricks choose for storage?
Azure.
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 I think all three.
All three.
It's of a strict cost management.
Any one of them.
That's based on the enterprise.
AWS.
It's the client choice.
Any one of them. Azure. That's our preference.
Which will cost less. They will choose
Whatever the cloud KSR has chosen, you can work with that.
Very good. Very nice answer. We have a solution now. There is a cloud which can solve my storage problem. There is a Databricks which can solve my processing problem. Now Databricks should see, for cloud we have no option. Okay, these three people cannot fight. I need this, I need this. Only Databricks has an option now. Databricks has an option to choose it. Okay, so tell me, which one does Databricks choose to store the data?
all three.
Databricks can use their own storage, right? Because as still they work as a storage.
Sorry, which one?
Databricks
It
can
can
use their
work, but
own
it does.
storage.
See, they don't have a complete quality storage like the other three, right? On top. So they are okay. They are known for processing. They're not known for storages. So Databricks needs help in storage. Whereas all the three storage also, they're very good at storage. They also need a help on processing. So both has to be there. With only this also, you can do both storage and processing. You can do. With this also, you can also do storage and processing. But which is good at what? That is important. Okay, so storage is cloud is best. For processing, Databricks is best. Now, in order to do a project in KSR, I need to connect both. Now tell me, in short, whom will Databricks marry? Will it marry GCP? Will it marry Azure?
Who will charge less?
Who will
Maybe.
charge less, sir? Who will Databricks get married to? That's the climax of the story. Come on.
All three.
Anyone is
No.
easy for him.
Features?
Anyone
Only
that
Azure.
make it easy for him to link
More
with.
storage.
Which has many good features.
Both
Hey,
of all.
Who will charge less?
Let's keep it simple. You're about to get married. You have
Which
three
story?
options. You have three girls or three boys. Whom you will select, yaar? Very simple.
The
Who will
couple
get less
came with
story?
which
Azure.
Who will
features
suit
Different
us?
scenarios.
best
Different
person.
scenarios.
Yep.
We
would
need a
match
connector. Any connector that is best prefer.
Sorry?
Any connector.
Depends upon the requirement.
I heard someone saying marry all three. Who is that? Well,
Then again, it will be a headache.
Depends on your requirement.
Who
Right.
has best compatibility?
Okay.
Depends on your
Everyone's resume is good.
Okay. Let me tell you, jokes apart, we have come to a stage where Databricks has a very, very excellent processing layer. They don't want to stick on to one cloud. Okay. They don't want to stick on to one cloud. In a real life, this word could create a controversy. But in a technological world, Databricks was like, why should I choose one? Why can I marry all three? Right? Now we have come to a state where Databricks is not sticking on to one cloud. You can use Databricks with Azure. You can use Databricks with GCP, and you can use Databricks with Azure, AWS, and GCP. Okay.
So Databricks
Now,
is not marrying, is dating all three at the
yeah,
same
you
time.
can you can keep it in a simple way. That's why I told you, if I tell this in the story, I'll fall into controversial talk. Okay, I cannot say a man should marry 3 girls or a girl should marry three boys. It cannot come in. But in a technological world, Databricks was so good that don't wanted to leave anyone, so it started being together with all three. Okay, now the choice of the cloud depends on the company. As a company, to store my data, I may be choosing AWS because, see, first of all, before processing, I need to store it here. Storage is my first problem. Storage is my first problem. To store the data, either I will have to prefer Azure, AWS, or GCP. One storage I'll prefer. Then for processing, I will use Databricks. Only Databricks also may not help you. It has to come along any of the cloud in the backend. So the end of story, end of climax. For the last 1.5 hours, what you've listened, this is all about Databricks. Now, Databricks as tightly coupled with all the three clouds, depending on which client you're working, what cloud they're using, where the data is stored. So, for example, in TCS, we are doing for one project where the data is stored in AWS. So, Databricks will directly go and use the data, process it. In KSR, the data is present in Azure. It will come to us, process it, and then it will go. Because its work is only for processing. Data should reside somewhere. That residing area could be Azure, AWS, or GCP. Okay? Are we all good? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
So any questions before we get into a practicals? A 2-3 minutes of break. It's like an interval time. Please, I'll be there, but you can ask me your questions. People want to step out for 2-3 minutes. Please step out and come back. We are going to have the second half is going to be completely practicals. Okay. Any questions on what we have learned so far?
Santosh, in AWS, we do have Glue, right?
That's why I said AWS also has a glue. Azure also has a data factory. GCP also has a fusion. They can do, but they can do transformations to a limited. They cannot do as if like Databricks. That's why I said I wrote like this. I wrote like this. That means they also good at processing. They also have services which can do processing, but it's not as high as Databricks. I'm not saying cloud has only storage. Cloud also has a processing, but not that great as Databricks.
Shanto, no, Azure means apart from ADF, Azure has some other services also for handling big data.
It has 200 services, but it cannot match Databricks.
Cannot match Databricks.
No.
Why?
Because Databricks is known for processing. Azure has everything. It can have storage, it can have processing, it can have live streaming, it can have reporting. You can build a mobile application, you can build a website application, you can do everything. You can do everything, right? I am not saying it's zero. It's still possible. You will be able to do processing, right? But it's not that great as Databricks. This Databricks, right? See, end of the day, what is needed? We need a framework for fast processing, right? That fast processing is coming from Spark. And that Spark guys have actually introduced Databricks, right? So they would have designed in such a way that it's best. So I'm asking you,
also has Spark or not?
Azure also has Spark, right? Azure also has Spark, but this complete Databricks is built on Spark. This Azure may not know the complete in and out of Spark, right? They'll have to still depend on Spark. So I'll give you a very simple example. You can use your phone for any purpose, right? Phones, calls, messages, everything. But why iPhone is always in the market demand and best?
Security. Best for privacy.
It has a lot of features, right? So compared to your cloud, individual cloud, where you have processing, let's say you have 9 out of 10 features. Your Databricks has 10 out of 10 features. I'm not saying it's 0, right? If I say 0, you can say me, hey, no, Azure also has processing layer. Yeah, you're right. That's what I'm saying. If I give 9 score, I'll give score for 10. Because of the features, because of the fast processing, because of the framework, because of the Spark integrated, because of the libraries, because of the module support.
Santosh,
one
Yeah.
feature is there
Databricks
that
falls under.
Sorry?
one feature is there that Azure Databricks. So that is this one under
Yes, that's
Azure.
what I
I have
told you,
seen
right? See here.
Azure Databricks. One thing is there.
The Databricks has been tied up to Azure. That's why it's Azure Databricks. If you're thinking, oh, Azure Databricks is a service of Azure, please be aware that it's a Databricks which has married to Azure. That's why it's Azure Databricks. Now, the service which you see as Azure Databricks is cloud plus processing. So that's why it's Azure Databricks. That is also a Databricks separately, Azure separately, which is tied up together.
Santosh, one question.
Yeah.
Databricks falls under IaaS or IaaS as a service.
Infrastructure service.
Interesting. Okay, thank you.
Santosh, I have some doubt. Can I use on-premises as a storage? I can do in the processing in Databricks and I can store data in
You
on-prem.
can, okay,
Mm-hmm.
but ideally not. The reason is everyone is moving out of the on-prem, right? Then why again you're going to store the data in on-prem? It is possible, but we don't do it because the entire
Some
world is
legacy
moving to
systems are
cloud.
there, right? Some users want some clients having data in on-prem and they want to store in on-prem only. So in that cases, we can do, right?
We can do.
Yeah.
Not recommended, but we can do.
So for cost saving, they will do as on-prem then. So
I mean, ideally speaking, cloud is less cost.
okay.
Sir, one question. You are saying that Databricks can be installed in the on-prem and we can use it. Huh?
There is no installation. It's a complete platform where we can use it with 3 clouds. I'll be showing it. When we come to a practicals, we'll be showing it.
Santosh, similar to Azure Databricks, AWS Databricks is also available.
Yes, that's why I told you this. This will give you the picture. You have GCP Databricks, you have AWS Databricks, we have Azure Databricks. All 3 are available. Depending on the cloud, you will use that particular Databricks. If you're working in GCP, you will be using GCP Databricks. If you're working in Azure, you will use Azure Databricks. If you're working in AWS, you will be using AWS Databricks. Databricks was so lenient that it was so obedient that it started tying up with all 3. So all 3 cloud, we can use Databricks.
Functionality of Databricks is similar to Informatica or Teradata, is similar to that or something else.
You can consider like that, but all those what you said is on-prem. This is completely cloud.
Yeah, that is on-prem version and this is cloud version,
Yes.
but the functionalities are same.
Yes, processing is same. Here it uses a Spark, and in Informatica, Benicio, Talent, whatever you say, they use a different engine. We are using a Spark engine. Like 10 years back, 20 years back, when you had a Maruti 800 car, the engine is different. Now in the Audi, BMW, the engine is different, but both are car. Both can take you from one place to another place, right? But the engine quality, the features difference. So here also, when you compare the on-prem ETL tool such as your Talent, Ab Initio, SSIS, everything can do your work for data transformation. This also can you do the data transformation because this is latest one. This is upgraded one. This has all the features.
So I can say that Databricks is a ETL.
Yes, it is ETL. Extraction, transformation, load.
Santosh, instead of using these public clouds like Azure, Google, and AWS, can we use in the private clouds, which will have more privacy for banking?
See, we need to check if the Databricks has that link to a private service, right? See, for example, Databricks knows all. See, 1 minute. See, Databricks knows all three cloud, right? So it goes and joins with everyone. If you bring one stranger person, how will Databricks trust that tool, right? So we need to know what cloud you're talking about, the private cloud. If that private cloud, if the connection is available in Databricks, well, go ahead and use it, no problem. If that connection is not there, you cannot use it.
Azure supplies private cloud. Does Azure have it or not?
No, all three are public cloud. Anyone can use any of the cloud for any of the project. For example, in KSR, I don't want to rely on any of the cloud. I can build my own cloud, which I can do it. But compared to managing everything, I'll rely on these clouds only. These clouds are even more good enough for keeping my data encrypted, decrypted, and then again, a secured way. They'll keep it. So there's no point in talking about private networks. We are into a stage where most of the companies, 9 out of 10 companies, are using these three clouds.
Santosh, how many data source it can be connected to?
We will see that when we come to the practicals. We will see that.
Okay. Okay.
Any questions?
How these data warehousing tools are differing from Databricks?
Data warehousing.
Yeah, cloud data warehousing tools like Snowflake, I can say.
See, Snowflake is actually built on top of these three clouds only.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So there also you can build it. Like, let's say you take a Snowflake. Here also we will be using storage, plus you'll be doing processing. So what this Snowflake does is they borrow storage from here, they borrow processing from here. So it's just an on tool, that's it. But in the backend, if you go, it's still going to be the Spark and it's still going to be the storage.
Okay. Makes sense.
Okay. Now is the concept clear? Databricks? Yes, everyone?
No, little
Santosh, I
doubt.
have
Then
one
what is the
question here.
difference between Snowflake and Databricks? Means Snowflake is doing nothing, just collecting two things together.
You have a flat. Okay. Assume that you're staying in a flat. And for a flat, you have an owner. You have an owner. And you have about, in each floor, we have about 10 houses. Okay. Assume that the building space is there, right? The building space, it's on land. The land owner is this one, this person. The owner is AWS. Okay. Or Azure, your wish. You can take whoever you want. Right? These owners are AWS and Azure. Now, this owner will start collecting the money from each floor as a rent. Because he's a owner, right? He's a owner. Now, this is actually becoming an overload for Azure and AWS. They're not able to build another flat. So, end of the day, you go and ask any flat owner, what is your next goal? He will say, I need to build another house, another flat. And I need to give rent for that also. He will ask. Now, because this guy is managing everything, because this is also story, because of this guy is managing everything, now he is like, I'm not able to build another house. There comes the one more person called Snowflake. The Snowflake is a contractor. You know what he will do? Contractor. He will talk to Azure and he say that, see, you need not manage this building. I will manage it. I will manage it. Of course, the land is yours. I agree. You give it for me lease. I will take care. So the entire cost of this 10 houses, it's 1.2 lakhs. Assume that 1.2 lakhs. 20,000 Snowflake will keep. 1 lakh it will give to the Azure or AWS to the owner. Now tell me, does Snowflake own this land?
No, you mean to say that all this data warehousing, I'm not sure about this. These data warehousing concepts are data data storages. But see, this BigQuery, Snowflake, all these are doing the same thing.
Exactly. All these are doing on their own cloud. Snowflake is doing in any one of the cloud. They don't have their own land.
Yes. Yeah.
Snowflake does not own own land. You go and you open the Snowflake portal. It will ask you which cloud you want to build it.
Yes. The storage is it is taking from AWS, Azure.
That's why here the
yeah.
landowner is one of the other cloud. See, you are saying BigQuery. BigQuery is coming from GCP only, right? And here Snowflake is not having their own land. It is taking a borrow from the one of the cloud. So for managing the complete data warehousing, they'll keep the 20,000 rupees as a fees. 1 lakh they will give it to Azure. What Azure will do is Azure will think like, oh, my work is reduced. My burden is reduced. There is a contractor. So Azure will start focusing on another building. Azure focuses building a land, building the infrastructure, managing it will give it to Snowflake. That's why Snowflake came into picture.
I think we can say
But
Snowflake is
Snowflake,
cloud consulting.
Yes. You
So
can call
for
it as a
that,
consulting. I'm calling as a contractor. You can call it as a consulting.
He's into
Santosh,
cloud
for
consulting business.
Sorry?
Santosh, for that Azure has Azure Synapse, right? For this type of whatever you said, that contracting type of thing.
See,
Azure
again,
Synapse is
Azure
there.
Synopsys is there. We have lot of services there, okay? But Snowflake, right? They say that I give you better features. I'll give you better features. What is the better features? They'll say I'll give you a better UI, better interface. I'll give you in a table format. Look and feel will be good. Connections will be more. They'll
Horizontal scaling, clustering.
yeah.
All these
So
things.
this Snowflake will tell, see, already you have Azure and Azure services, but I'll give a better. I'll give better. See, it's all about choosing, right? You want to choose Synopsys, you can choose Synopsys. You can build a project in Synopsys. If you want to build a project in Snowflake, you can build a project in Snowflake also. So all these are like a contractor which is making your work easier. So you have two houses, you need to choose one. Obviously, I'll choose the one which is benefits me, right? Similarly, your option, you can choose Snowflake also, you can choose Synopsys also. Both has pros and cons. Probably in Snowflake, you have to pay bit extra, but you're getting a best benefits. I'll opt for it. Synopsys, maybe lesser amount, less features. Probably people who are looking at the budget can opt for Synopsys. There is always an alternative in this world. Okay, you are whatever you're saying is correct. BigQuery can do the same thing. Synopsys can do the same thing. Databricks can do the same thing. Snowflake can do the same thing. There are many options. What is your need? What is your budget? What cloud, where the data is? Depending on that only, the project will be built.
Santosh, correct, but a bit confused. See, these everything is owned by different. Suppose I'm a owner of something. That means I am giving my work to Snowflake to do on behalf of me. For that, he will pay lump sum for me, and he will take profit from that.
Yeah, that's
Am
what
I
I
correct?
said. That's what I said. Cloud will be there. Azure, AWS, GCP will be the land, will be the area. On top of that, you're building a building. Building is yours. Who is building? It is building of AWS. It is a building of Azure. It is a building of GCP. Their own building, their own infrastructure. Remember this, all the three clouds, they have their infrastructures ready. But in order to collect the rent from every project, every company, every house, right? I'm headache. So I will give it to one person called contractor. That contractor takes the lease of my building. He will collect it. He will see if any electricity is not working, power supply, water is not coming. As a owner, I will not involve. The person who is there for taking care of that only. That is called Snowflake. He will take care. Okay, I'll make sure your problem is resolved. I'll make sure this is working. So he will be the in charge. That's how the middleman came. That middleman is nothing but Snowflake. Snowflake does not own any land or infrastructure. They will be on top of one or the other cloud.
Santosh, for storage, it is relying on these public clouds. What about processing? Snowflake still it has its own processing. Or
It has its own processing. Like we can write a SQL code and all, and we have something called Snowpark. Okay, that Snowpark is nothing but they are also involved a Spark here. They'll also involve a Spark. Spark they'll utilize for processing.
Okay, Snowpark is kind of Python-like language, or it's
yes. It is like Spark.
Thank you.
So we will have another session for Snowflake. Okay, we'll have another session for Snowflake. Let's focus on Databricks today. Databricks is one of
you
the
did not tell the difference between
both of you.
Which one?
You did not explain the differences
Difference
between
between?
the Databricks and Snowflake.
Databricks is an individual separate Spark environment. Snowflake is on top of one storage, that is, it is dependent on one of three clouds. Snowflake is also dependent on Spark. It does not have its own processing. It does not have its own storage. That's a difference. Snowflake does not have anything on own, right? It can do a SQL transformations. It can build a data warehouse and get do. But end of the day, it has to depend on one or the other cloud. Okay, Databricks also depending on cloud, but in Snowpark also, it is mostly into SQL transformations. You cannot do a heavy lifting transformations. I want to write a big logic, complex logic. Snowflake may not support it because you're not writing any Spark or PySpark there. But Databricks is known for that, right? So Snowflake can do more over SQL transformations. Databricks is more over Python transformations.
But Snowflake is a data warehouse, na? Databricks not a data warehouse.
It is end of the day, it is connected to cloud only, right? Here, if you see here, this one, you're
But
connecting
mostly
to
we are
storage.
using for transformation only Databricks. It is not working as a data warehouse.
Correct. Listen here.
So that is a big difference, I think.
See, listen, it is taking the data from here, processing, it is again dumping into SQL database, right? The SQL database will be a target, right? And here also, as I told, it has some internal buffer data, may not be sufficient. Here you will be using processing, right? It will be using processing and it will dump into one of the cloud. Snowflake also is doing the same thing. It will take the storage, it will do data warehousing, and it will again dump here. But here, you can do SQL transformations, Python transformations, R transformations, statistical transformations. It supports multiple languages, even Java you can write it. But Snowflake, it's mainly on SQL. It's mainly for transactional code. So if any company is preferring a SQL transactions, they choose for Snowflake. If any company needs a complex transformations, they'll use it for Databricks. See, here also, even you're saying this is a data warehousing, but that data warehousing does not completely rely on that. It is also using one of the backend cloud. Here also, we are using the backend cloud.
Yes, no, I understood, but main actually there is a. You told me na, it's a ETL type of thing in Databricks.
In Snowflake, we cannot write Python.
We can write limited code. We can write it in the form of a Snowpark, but it will be in the limited code.
I think that Snowflake came as a cloud data warehouse initially. Later, they are improving their interface.
No, again, I'm telling you, Snowflake does not have its own cloud. It has to rely on any one of the cloud for pulling the data.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm answering to them actually.
Okay.
So slowly they are including all these things. Initially, it doesn't have storages also. Later they introduced it. So, but this Spark and all is from long time, right?
Okay. Yeah. See, let's not confuse everyone here. We are talking about cloud. We are talking about Databricks. Okay. We will have another session in detail for Snowflake. We will park it for that. We will do that. But now we are talking about Databricks. Databricks is a one platform which works completely on Spark cluster. We need as many as machines. We need as many as processing units. Everything Databricks supports. Now, Databricks alone cannot have a virtual systems or a computer lab. So it relies on one or the other cloud. So your virtual systems, your computers, your labs, your nodes can be in one of the cloud. It can be in GCP, it can be in AWS, it can be in Azure. Okay. Now,
Santosh, if I purchase Databricks and if I purchase Azure storage, then it will be enough for everything.
Let's see. Let's see that. Let's see the practical part. Okay. We are entering into that. In practical part, I'll be showing this. How to get the Databricks account and all, we will see it. Okay. Now, without wasting much time, let's get into the practicals. The first thing is, this is a link for Databricks. This is a link for Databricks. community.cloud.databricks.com. Okay. Now I am entering here. Now, the first thing is, it will ask you to sign up. It will ask you to sign up, right? You need an account, right? You need an account. So let's go and sign up. you can join with, you can log in with your Gmail. We can log in with your Microsoft account, but I'll log in with this. This is a plain Databricks. This is a plain Databricks. Okay. Now, if you see here in the plain Databricks, it also says that Databricks free edition. Okay. Databricks free edition. And you can get started. This is what I told you. It's a complete user interface. Okay. Now, it also tells you what is home page, what is the resources, what is this compute, what is this workspace, right? Everything it will tell you. I don't know why its video is being okay. Now, this is a home page. You can see all the details. It's a navigation and UI. So it will tell you, it's a training, okay? It will give you training here where you can go and see the fundamentals. And all this, it will tell you if they've taken any of the learning set, it will tell you. Now, who will use Databricks? Databricks will be used by data engineers, data scientists, data analysts. I can literally say everyone. Everyone can use it because this Databricks is a platform. It's a platform, right? It's a platform. The one which I've logged in, right? It's a platform. Now here, if you see here, I can create a new notebook. Notebook is where you can actually go and write a Python logic. Query is where you can go and write a SQL query. Dashboard is you can build a dashboard also. Okay, you can build a dashboard. So what do you mean by dashboard? Probably if you're a data analyst, we can build a dashboard. I'll show you a sample dashboard so you can build here. So query, notebook, dashboard. So Genie is nothing but it's like a, now you know, right? AI tools. If you ask something, it will generate queries for you. Genie, then ETL pipeline. So this is a main. So you can build a ETL pipeline also. And data scientists, they're here to build a machine learning model, deep learning model. That also you can do here, right? Model. You can see we can build a model also, right? Now, like this, we have so many features, but unfortunately, this does not have any storage linked. No storage linked here. Okay, this is a plain Databricks. This is a plain Databricks. That's why we call it as a community edition. In the community edition, you can see it's a free edition where you can get the data, you can write a logic, we can do it. We can do it. But this does not have any supporting storage. Now, in order to tackle this, we will go to Enterprise Databricks. Now, this is Enterprise Databricks. This is a URL. Now, in this, right, let me go and try Databricks. If you go and see now what I will do, here it will ask you to create a Databricks. Now, in this Databricks, right, if I go and create it, it will ask you which cloud you want. Which cloud you want. Now, this is what I told you. Databricks will be coupled with any one of the cloud. Okay, this one, what I did, it's a very simple one. It's a just for a normal purpose, right? Normal purpose. But with this normal purpose, it's a very plain Databricks, no storage link. With this, you cannot build any project. It's a first initial one. Initial one. We had a Databricks, right, which does not have any storage support. But what I talked in the later part, we told that your Databricks can tie up with any of these three cloud. It can work with this, it can work with this, it can work with this. That is exactly what we are doing here. Now it is asking me, do you want to try the Databricks with AWS, with Azure, or with GCP? Now you tell me which is your client using. If your client is using Azure, go and create with Azure. If your client is using AWS, go and create with your AWS. If your client is using GCP, go and create. Now, if you create it, directly it will open your cloud-based Databricks. Okay. Now, I already have account created in Azure. Okay. I will show you that directly. You can click this. They will give you 14 days trial. They will give you some 400 credits. All this will happen. Okay. But I've already created an account. Let me go and log into that. Let me go and log into that. So you will see the difference. Okay. You will see the difference. I have already had a Azure account. In the Azure account, Azure and Databricks is already linked. Now I will open that. Now I will show you this. This is a Databricks that I've created through Microsoft Azure. This is a Databricks that is linked with Azure. You can see here also, you can see create a notebook, create a query, dashboard, ETL pipelines, alerts, experiment, model, apps, and you can also have a link with GitHub cluster, everything. Here also you can see the same thing. Here also you can see the same thing. But here if you say this part, you observe. This part is observe. It's a plain community edition Databricks. But here it's a Databricks that is linked with Microsoft Azure. If you have used the GCP, here it will tell GCP Databricks. If you have used AWS, it will tell you AWS Databricks. The UI is not going to change. This complete UI is not going to change. You can create a notebook, query, dashboard. You can create an ETL pipelines. Everything is going to be same. Everything is going to be same. But where is the data coming from? The data will be coming from here. Okay. Now I will show you. In this is a Azure based, right? This is a Azure based. Let me go and do data engineering work. As I told you, this could be done by, this tool could be used by data scientists. They will be involved in building the AI solutions, ML solutions. They'll be doing this. Data engineering, they will be mainly focusing on data ingestion, getting the data from different data sources. This is for reporting. The same thing also, if you see here also this will be used by AI engineers. This also data engineers and data analytics. So practically Databricks is a platform which can be used by everyone, right? But what is the difference between using this and using this? This as tightly coupled with Azure. That means if you are getting the data from Azure, it will give you benefit. Benefit means what? See, the guys who are known to you can enter your house without even asking you. But if any stranger, they will have to ring a bell, they have to show some ID card, then only they can come, right? So there is like that. So people who want to use Databricks will have easy access from the data flow from Azure to Databricks. So that's the connection. That's a tightly coupled, right? Now, if you go and see, I'll go to data ingestion. If I go to the data ingestion, you can get the data from any of this. Amazon S3, Salesforce, SQL Server, Confluence, Postgres, SharePoint, Dynamic 365, and BigQuery, Redshift, Snowflake, and most of the things are in preview. Preview means there is still a working in progress. And if I give this, someone asked me, from where and all I can get the data? Here is a list. Here is a list. Email, drop down, Google Ad Manager, Google Analytics, Instagram Business.
Hi, Santosh. Sorry
Yes.
for interrupting. Can we get the data from SAP?
You have to see if SAP is available, you should be able to. SAP is there, no?
Business data cloud database.
You have to just search it. If see, I cannot remember all of this. Okay, whichever you want, you go and search it. If it is available, you can get it directly. If not, you can write a custom logic to get it. Custom connectors also you can write. See, all this does not require any code. You can directly go and connect Instagram business. You provide the details, and then you start the server. You provide the details of the Instagram APIs, credentials. Directly, it will get it. But some may not be available. Facebook, I don't see Facebook here. Or maybe it's not. Twitter is there. Twitter ads us there. Zoho is there. Maybe Facebook, I don't know. Maybe I can search here. I think Facebook. Yeah, Facebook is there. Facebook is also there. Facebook ads is there. Facebook pages is there. You can get it. Right? You can get it. So maybe I don't know whether TikTok is there. TikTok is also there. SAP. SAP is also there. SAP Business is there. SAP HANA is there. SAP Concur is there. SAP Business Model is there. What else? Redbus, I'll put let's Redbus. Redbus is an application. Now here I don't have. So maybe probably if I want to get the data from Redbus, which is an application, I have to write a custom connector. All these are the available connectors, right? But if you see
Can
here,
you check Oracle?
see, you have the access to this. We can go and create a free version and you can explore it. Okay, you can explore it. You can get the data from any of the sources which the connections are available, and then you can use it for processing. Okay, now what is the difference between this and this is in this also it is tightly coupled with Azure. Again, I will go to the data ingestion. Again, I'll go to the data ingestion, and in the data ingestion, if you see, right, see here in the Databricks connections, this is a free version. It shows S3, Databricks, all of this. But here, if you see, directly I can use Azure Data Lake storage, which is a Azure storage. So easily I can get the Azure storage here. Now, with a very minimal effort, we can connect all the services through Azure. Why? Because it is belonging to Azure cloud. So it will be tightly coupled. So here the interaction between Azure and Databricks will be very, very easy. But here, maybe I don't have. So I'll have to create a connection. I'll have to give the credentials. I will have to do everything. So this is a problem. But again, here also, not everyone will give you access. We cannot directly go and connect to ServiceNow. ServiceNow should provide you proper authentication, credentials, everything they will have to give you. Only then they can connect. But when compared to this, your Azure has an easy connect. Right? Now here also we can see whatever the data you want, you can get it. Whatever the data want, you can get it. You can get it
connect
from
ADF as well.
Yes, we can connect to all the most of Synopsys is there. Azure Synopsys is there. Most of the things you can connect. Okay. The reason it is linking to Azure. Okay. Now, people who are working as a data engineers mostly will be using Databricks for data ingestion, data transformation, data cleaning. They'll be writing the logics. They'll be writing the logics. Okay. Now let's come for data analyst. Now what does a data analyst will do? See, I'm not going to use a free edition anymore. Free edition is not linked with any storage. So I'm not going to use this. So I'll close this. I'll close this. We will focus only on the cloud linked. You have to use one cloud. With plain Databricks, you cannot do any project. It has to be linked through any of the cloud. That's why I told you. That's why I told you. In this, AWS, Azure, and GCP, they need Databricks. Databricks also need one among them. It is needed. Only then both of them collectively can solve my problem. The main problem which I have is storage and processing. So storage, Azure will take care, AWS will take care, GCP will take care, processing, Databricks will take care. So both linked together, I should be able to solve my problem, right? Now, with this, we will go and use this. I told you data engineering, right? I told you data engineering. Now in the data engineering, you can see whatever the jobs that you have written, right? How many are successful, how many are failed, how many are successful, we can see here. Since it's a live session, I've not logged into my organization Databricks. This is I've logged into KSR's Databricks. If I open my office, my client Databricks, right, you will see all the jobs. Whatever I have the existing jobs, I'll be able to see it. Okay. So due to the data privacy, I have not opened my organization, but I've opened my KSRs.
I
Now,
have a question, sir. I have a question.
go ahead.
The question is basically what I understood is the work which we do in SSIS, connecting to any server, any database, then filtration, then creating one logic, and then put that data into destination. Same way, Microsoft Fabric, we have a lot of connections. Then we connect the data. So the same type of work Databricks does, right?
Yes.
Oh. So again, here the filtration, the creating the logic and getting that particular logic into a destination, that sort of work.
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Now, here we have a separate account created. This is for data engineering. Let's say if someone is working on analytics side. So analytics side, what we can do? We can build a dashboard like this. There's a sample dashboard they have shown here. Like we can select a filters, and we can do a report like this. Of course, it's taking time. I mean, it's not which I built. This is a built by the Databricks for sample. So just to see the sample here. And this is a data. For this particular data, orders and customers, orders and returns, you can see, right? So this is a few of the sample data that what we have. And in the backend, if you see, it's a SQL code. Right? It's a ship date, key, total orders, returning count, all of this they have written. And directly, if you can say, this is a dashboard. Of course, Power BI is on top for reporting. But inside this only I can do for visuals also. Visuals, reports, line chart, cards, all of this you can do. You can also go and add few more visuals, right? We can refresh also. We can add some schedules also. All of this we can do, right? Now, this is all about dashboards. If you want, you can go and write a SQL queries also, right? You can go and write a SQL queries. Here, if I create a notebook, this notebook will, I have to go and write the Python code. So here I can write a Python code. I can write a SQL code. I can write a Scala code. I can write a R code. All these are different languages. The default is Python, but I can write SQL code. I can write Python code. I can write Scala code. I can write R code. Markdown is just like a status, like, I mean, comments. If I want, I can write a comments. Now, what did I tell you? This entire Databricks, there should be one computer lab. There should be one computer lab. We need to go and build this computer lab. Now, do you think I can go and build this 10 systems? I cannot, right? I cannot, right? Now, I will tell Databricks, boss Databricks, I'm going to do one project. For this project, I need one main system. I need one main system. I need one main system. Plus, I need 10 or 8 computers or nodes for working, right? Without this, how can I do project? So I will ask Databricks, I want to do one project. For that, can you give one main system? Can you give them 8 machines? Okay. Now what they will do? Databricks will go and build this system for us. But it will not be a physical system where I can go and touch and feel. All this will be created as virtual systems. All this will be created as a virtual systems, which will be residing in one of the cloud. Of course, both are linked, right? So this Databricks can directly go and use their space to place the systems for us, to place a virtual systems for us. Now, how many systems you need? You go and ask now. You go and ask. How will you ask? Please go to compute. Please go to compute. Create one compute engine. Create one compute engine, and it will ask what system configurations you need. Do you want Scala installed? Do you want Spark installed? So all of this you can select one. Now it is asking which system you want. End of the day, it's building a laptop as systems like this. So it is asking, do you need 128 GB memory, 32 core? So 32 core means here we have the core, right? This core is there, right? More number of cores, more number of parallel task I can do. More number of core, more number of parallel task I can do. And similarly, here, my system configuration. This is a RAM. This is a RAM, right? So mostly we'll be working on RAM. Of course, this is my storage, but mostly we'll be working with RAM. Why RAM? Spark works with RAM memory. Spark works with RAM memory. Now it is asking, do you want memory, 14 GB memory and 4 core machine? Okay. Now it is also asking how many systems you need. How many systems I need? Probably for doing my project, let's assume that I need 10 systems. I need 10 systems or 8 systems. Go and give here 8. You want 9, you want 10, you want 11, you want 12. How much you want? How much you want? Give it. Hello? If you give it, you have to pay for it, okay? Don't think that randomly you can give. If you're giving 100 systems, 100 worker nodes, 100 worker nodes means they will be giving you a computer lab with 100 systems. So you can divide the work to 100 people. But let me tell you, more the number of nodes you choose, more amount you need to pay. Right? Simple example. You're staying in a house, right? If the bigger house, you'll have to pay more rent. If it is a smaller house, you'll have to pay small rent. So it depends on the computer lab, the size of the computer lab. This computer lab size is about 100 nodes. You will have to pay for 100. Each and every computer will be of this configuration. 16 GB, 4 core. You can give 128, you can give 50, you can increase also, okay? Imagine you're going to build a machine learning models. You can go up to 256 also. Okay, this is memory optimized. They have some groups also. Storage optimized. You can go up to 640 also. 640 also you can use, but the amount will go in lakhs. The maintenance will go in lakhs. So we can decide which configuration you want. Okay, you can go to 192 GB, all of this. Now I'll keep a simple cluster. I'll give a simple cluster and I will go here. I will make it as power compute, very simple one. And I will use a 16 GB memory. Okay. And here I've already created one. Let me show you that. It's in the compute. I can create one. I can create one. I've created just one system with 16 GB memory and 4 core. Now I will go and say it as Santosh cluster. Now I will create. Now what is happening in the backend is, in the backend, there is a set of clusters which is getting created with the 16 GB memory and 4 core. I can use that system for my transformations. Without transformations, without system, you cannot do transformations. But Databricks, it is asking what project you're going to do, how many configuration, which system you want, how many configurations you need. For time being, I've just kept one. Okay, that means one in this computer lab. In this computer lab, only one machine will be there. Whatever work I want to do, I can do it only in that particular machine. Like this, you want 8 machines, you want 16 machines, we can do it. Depending on the project that you're doing, depending on the size of the data that you're doing, we can increase or decrease the systems. Okay, so we have many features. We have auto scaling. Auto scaling means if the work is small, only 2 systems will be switched on and everything will be done in 2 systems. If the work is getting bigger, all the systems will get on, all the things will happen. Dynamically, it will happen. I need not go and do manually. Initially, when the Databricks was started, we were doing it manually. Now we have an auto scaling option. If you do auto scaling option, you can decide between 2 to 20. So that means if the work is small, it will use only 2 systems. If the work is bigger, it will use 20 systems. So depending on the usage of the system, you will be charged. You will be charged. Okay. Both Azure, I'm using Azure, right? Azure storage I'm using, Databricks process I'm using. Total together, I will get one billing. I will get one billing. How much I have used, how much of storage I've used, how much of processing I've used, for that I'll get one billing. Okay, now the cluster is getting created. Now the cluster is getting created. We can easily go and create one notebook. In the notebook, I can go and write the logic. So since if you see that this cluster is still getting created, it's actually loading. So it's getting created. It's not yet created yet. I can go and write one Python code also. If I want to go and write SQL code, I can go and write SQL code also. Okay, if I want to go and build a dashboard, you can build a dashboard also. So this is an environment where you can create a dashboard, right? You can create a dashboard, you can create a notebook, you can write a query, you can do whatever you want. And you know what? The guys who already know data scientists, the data science, AI engineer, for you guys also, you can go and build agents. You can go and use your models. See here, all these
How
are
much
AI
coding knowledge
models.
is required?
Sorry.
How much coding knowledge is required actually, like Python and all?
See, this one, Databricks is an environment, right? It's a platform. If you're working as a data analyst, maybe no coding needed. If you know SQL, it's well and good. If you want to build a pipelines, obviously Python is needed. Python and PySpark is needed. If you're doing a data science, you should have a knowledge on LLM models, machine learning models, deep learning models. So which one is your option?
I'll reframe the question.
Data
The question
engineering,
which
data
he asked.
engineering actually.
I'll try to reframe the question. Basically, working on Databricks, when you work on notebook, logic, when you there should be some logic. Why the reason you're creating a notebook? To write a logic, one has to have good knowledge of Python or maybe SQL, whatever logic he wants to create. So that's what, right, Santosh? To create a logic, he
See,
needs to
even
have a
that's
good
what
command on the
that's
language.
what I'm saying. If you're working as a data analyst, probably we are looking for a strong knowledge on SQL. You
Yes,
need to know a lot of strong
correct.
SQL. If you are working on machine learning data science, more than Python, we are looking for a strong LLM background, like how ChatGPT works, how
Correct,
model
correct.
works. So that one. If you're working as a data engineer, maybe I'll be looking a strong experience in Python and PySpark. That's what I told you.
Correct.
So
correct.
what level depends on the role. Depends on your role, you will be deciding. Okay, for LLM models, probably you need to understand how this llama model works, how this Gemini model works, how this GPT model works, how meta model works. Just to give you an insight, just like a chat GPT, we have a llama models, we have a like Copilot we have, and again we have GPT models, Gemini models, all this we have. These are all models. These are all AI models. These are all AI models. We can use these models and we can build our own chat GPT. Right, we can build our own models like this. If you see here, it will be mainly focused by AI and ML engineers. So we can write a code here, right? We can write an agent and we can build one AI gateway. We can connect to different gateways here. We can do some experiments. We can build a classification model. We can build a regression model. We can build a forecasting model. We can build a Gen AI model. Like this, we can build any of the machine learning related here. But here, data engineering. For data engineering, probably you'll be connecting to different sources. You'll be pulling the data. All of this you can do, right? We can have this many connectors.
Hello?
So all these are different connectors which is
Hello?
already available here. So when I say already available, your SQL Server, SAP, ServiceNow, Postgres, Dynamic 365, everything is available. In fact, you need to come up with own connection, then you will have to write a logic. And now when I'm talking about this part is for analytical side. Analytical side in the sense you can do a dashboard. See, for building a dashboard, maybe I don't look for a Python knowledge. Not needed. You should know how to do a drag and drop, right? We can see some sample reports. So all of this we can do. We'll do a small check before that. I think most of you have questions. Okay, we'll give a 5-10 minutes for question and answers. You can ask your questions. Yes, come on.
Yeah, I'm looking for a data engineering actually, but I don't have a coding background. So can I learn from from basic to advanced here?
Yes. Before learning Databricks, you will have to learn Python. After that Python, you will have to learn PySpark. After PySpark only, you will have to come to Databricks. Not a complete end-to-end. I'm not expecting to be an expert in coding. Basic level coding, how to do a transformations, how to write a logic, how to add a new column, how to filters, selections. This much knowledge if you have, good enough.
Okay. Fine. Thank you.
Hi, Santosh.
Yes.
Can we integrate AI with the Databricks?
Why you need to integrate? Already AI is there, no? They have a separate platform
Like
for AI.
to automate that whatever the jobs is created,
Yes, we
loads,
can do.
then Databricks jobs also will be decrease, right?
Yes, we can do. We can automate it. We can use a Jenny is there, right? Jenny, you can go and tell, I need this type of work to be done. Automatically, it will give you a code. It will give you a scheduler.
Or
Those
Santosh, we can create agents also for scheduling, for automate and
Yes.
all. Yeah.
Yes. Here there is a separate agent topic.
Yeah.
We can go here. We can create a new agent. We can create a supervision agent, knowledge assistant agent, create your own agent with the help of library, everything you can do. Any questions?
The 16 GB RAM and 4 crores, how much they will charge?
We can go and do a calculator. Okay. For example, we have a Databricks cluster calculator. So we can go and use a calculator and we can check here. Okay. What system I'm using here? See here. I'm using a 2-core machine, 8-core machine. So it's like Databricks units per hour. Rate is like dollars per hour. 1 hour if you use for this machine, right? Probably you will have to pay $0.01 per hour. So how many hours your system is live, how many projects you're doing. It all depends on your core and depends on your memory. You will be charged. We can
Is
use
it
this calculator.
storage the data, Databricks?
What?
Is it storage the data?
No,
Like
it is only for processing. That's what I've been telling right from the beginning. It can only process the data. It has to rely on one of the other cloud for storage.
Yeah, hi Santosh.
Yeah.
Can I ask one question?
Yeah,
That
please go ahead.
actually, I do have the basic knowledge of Python, and so I don't have knowledge about PySpark and all. But I want to learn the Databricks. So, how much that means the intermediate level is enough for the Databricks of Python, or I need to learn the end to end of the Python.
If
What?
you know Python,
Mm.
specifically lighting a loops, libraries, pandas, numpy, then
Mm.
again filtering with pandas, all of this, if you know
Mm.
it, then PySpark will
Mm.
be easy. Okay.
Okay.
So again, for
Okay.
PySpark, you'll have to learn Spark. Spark with
Okay.
Python is called
Mm. Mm.
PySpark. Okay. So
PySpark. Yeah, I see.
just to give you another insight here, just give me a minute. I'll show you that as well. If you see here, what is your Spark? When I say Spark, right? Spark is something which we can do your heavy lifting transformations. Okay. So when I say
Yeah.
heavy lifting transformations, here, if you see here,
One
Spark,
example of
Spark
heavy
could
lifting
be
transformation, please.
Spark
One.
could be written in 4 languages. Spark could be written in 4 languages. What is Spark? Splitting the data into multiple machines, then going and doing a
Okay.
transformation. So all of this we can do it in Spark. Spark could be done
Okay.
in Java. Spark could be done in Scala. Spark could be done in R.
Mm.
Parts could be done in Python. Now, from my perspective, I'm looking, at least you need to know one language. So if you
Okay.
learn Python,
Okay.
then it is easily for you to learn PySpark. So
Okay.
Python plus
PySpark.
Spark will
PySpark.
give you PySpark. So if you want to do transformations in PySpark, you should know this, you should know this, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you know
Yeah.
R, then you can write the logic in Spark R.
Oh, got it.
You know in Java, you can write the logic in Java.
Yeah.
Writing the logic is you. You write it in Java, you write it in Python, you write it in R, you write it in Scala, it is up to you. But if you learn
Yes.
Python, right? Python, as we know, it's very easiest language. You can directly use a library. So Python plus Spark, right? You can easily integrate together and we can write the logic. That is why it is
Yeah.
famous for. So to answer your question, If you know Python, then you can learn Spark. Then you will have to learn Spark. Then collectively you can learn PySpark. Then all the PySpark logics, please go and implement the logic in Databricks. There is nothing to do in data. There is nothing to learn in Databricks. You can simply go and write the logic in Databricks. But for writing logic, right? For example, I open a notebook. This is a notebook. I will have to write a logic here. I will have to write a logic here. I will have to write a import PySpark. I will have to write spark dot read dot CSV. I have to write logic here. For this, you need to know PySpark. This is just the environment provider, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Santosh, actually, I need to discuss with you personally. Is it possible to connect after the class?
You can wait in the call, or you can talk to our team. Our team, you can just have a request and we can connect over in our free time. We can do that. But you can first reach out to our team.
Santosh.
Okay. Sure.
Santosh, one question. Are we going to cover anything on performance optimization?
In this workshop?
Yeah.
No. This workshop is just for introducing Databricks for you guys.
Okay.
In a regular session, when you learn a data engineering, we'll be learning about 6 months of course, where we'll be learning SQL, Python, Spark, PySpark, and then we come for Azure, and then we come for Databricks. We'll be learning in their detail. But here, this is a workshop that was designed only to give you basic information about what it is. And after this, now you need to choose whether you're going to become a data analyst, data science, or data engineering. Then on top of that, you will have to learn related subject. For example, if you're choosing a data engineering, this is a path, right? But if you're choosing a data analytics, you have to know some sort of visualization. What is line chart, column chart, pie chart, so that when you can come here to visualization, you can easily build a visualization tab. You can go and build visual. So each and every role reads a groundwork.
Okay. Santosh, one question.
Go ahead.
Is there any connection between Databricks and Airflow? I'm talking in perspective of data engineering.
This, we can schedule the pipeline here.
Okay.
Where is that? Here. We can go and schedule the pipeline. Okay. So let's say job. I can schedule a pipeline here. Okay. So what I can do, I can add some notebook here. Then again, it's bigger size. 1 minute. I can add this. Then again, I can go and add another task. Let's say I'm running a Python script. Okay. I'll have to name this. Let's say task A. Then I'll create one task. Then I think it's asking for some mandatory. Okay. So I think I need to give it. So like this, we can create multiple tasks, task 2, task 3, task 4. Then I can go and schedule it. Like I can tell that you can schedule it on 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, like this, right? So what I'm doing, I'm automating it. This task should run at 6 o'clock. This task should run at 3 o'clock. All this where I'm doing within the Databricks, I'm doing. Now there is something called Airflow. Now what Airflow will do? Airflow is a separate scheduler. With that, you can call this notebooks also. So it's like an alarm, right? You have alarm in your phone also. You have alarm separately also. What is the advantage? You have a separate alarm. You can also keep alarm in your phone where you're doing processing, photos, deleting messages, everything you're doing in your phone. In your phone, alarm is also there. Apart from that, you have an alarm device itself. Like this, here I can schedule it. Separately also, if you want to schedule it, orchestrate it, everything we can do it in Airflow also.
Okay, Santosh. And Santosh, one more question. So the PySpark is there, no? So PySpark is nothing but another library of Python which will handle the data processing and data manipulation. Right?
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay. Okay, Santosh. Thank you.
This Airflow will come with Databricks or we
No, it's a separate tool.
separate price?
Separate tool, separate pricing, separate system.
When do you choose Airflow, Santosh, instead of the scheduler in the database?
See, here Databricks, it is doing everything, right? To reduce the load here. Okay. First of all, I'm using Databricks for everything. Ingestion, data cleaning, data transformation, machine learning. See, there should be some limit, right? just because it does everything. Why are you overloading it? So I'm removing that scheduling part. I'm using another tool. That another tool is Airflow. Here also I can do visualization. Here also I can do visualization. But why I will do visualization here? Why I will do visualization here? I don't want to do visualization. I will use Power BI. I can use a Power BI. Like this, I'm separating it. Visualization, I'm separating it. Scheduler, I'm separating it. But Spark, I cannot separate it. Spark, that is why it is Databricks. Databricks is known for heavy lifting transformation. So that is why. But other things I can separate it. Why I need to do here only? I can do, but I have a separate BI tool. I have a separate Airflow for schedulers. This and all I can do there, making my Databricks less burden, because all this will cost you, right? You're doing reporting, you're doing scheduling, you're writing a logic, everything will cost. So I'm separating that a few things from my platform. So that's why we have another additional tools.
Santosh, can we create the jobs without coding in the Databricks?
Yes. Probably like a drag and drop SQL queries you will have to write. Maybe you may not need it a Python, but at least a SQL logics you will have to write.
Okay.
If you write in SQL, then will it convert to Python in the background?
In the background, it will convert in Spark. It is all in the background is Spark, right?
Okay.
The complete Databricks background is Spark.
Okay. One more thing, as an initial learner, if I want to do a practice for hands-on, which environment is better? I mean,
Community version you can
Azure
use.
Community Database, or
Yeah, this one you
this
can
version
use.
from the environment currently you are using, right? Microsoft Azure with Database.
Azure, it will cost actually. Whatever I'm using now, it's costing now. Okay, it will cost.
Okay. But the community database don't have the storage, right? Still,
We
how
can
can
still
we?
use it. Maybe we may not be having tight couple, but we can still use it. For practice purpose, you can still use it.
Will they provide?
Yes, they'll provide some free credits for initial first time. If you're doing, they'll give free credits.
Okay. Thanks, sir.
See, you may forget me, you may forget this session, but one thing I'll tell you: if you have Databricks in your profile, then people are waiting to hunt you. Personally, I'm doing it in my current company. Every day I'm filtering it out profile, the person who knows Spark, PySpark, and Databricks. The three skills, if someone knows, rest everything is manageable. Other Azure services, GCP services, everything. But if a person knows this three, and of course, if I want, I can add four also. The person who knows SQL, the person who knows Python, the person who knows Spark, particularly PySpark, and the person who knows Databricks. This four skills is like
Separately, we will learn Spark, Santosh.
of course, if you want to learn Spark, you will have to learn big data first. Like at least you need to know basic idea, but you can learn Spark without big data also. That is big data
In
Hadoop.
this course, Spark will be there.
Yeah, I'll be teaching Spark. Without Spark, how we
You'll
can.
be teaching Spark.
Yeah.
Okay,
Without
okay.
Spark, how you can build a
Yeah,
projects in Databricks.
that's why I'm asking.
We will be learning.
Okay.
So all the core topics are getting covered, right?
Because
Yes, we will be covering all
SQL,
four.
Python, we have some idea, but Spark, we don't know where to do.
But
how
again,
to do,
right,
what to do.
I will not directly jump into Spark. If you're only looking for Spark, this is not the course for you. For learning Spark, first we will talk about big data. Then we will focus on Hadoop. Why Hadoop was not solving your problem. Then we went for Spark. And Spark, as I told you, you can write it in 4 languages. You can write it in 4 languages. I will not teach in all 4 languages. I will teach in Python. So you already know Python, right? So all the Spark logic we'll be writing in Python. So that's why it's called PySpark. Okay.
For
So
Python, we don't require oops concept, right?
not needed, not mandatory, but if you know, well and good. Not mandatory.
Thank you.
So if you know this
Santosh?
4, you can easily get into data engineering role. Okay. And when I say data engineering, data analyst also can get into it. The reason, instead of doing pipelines only, they'll be focusing on visualization like this. But for visualization, right, you need to understand what is this table, how this has been drawn, what is this line chart, how to draw. So they should have a concepts of visualization. They should be able to do it. Even if they don't know this, they still need to know at least Power BI, at least Tableau. So they can become a data analyst. But apart from this, if you have some knowledge on machine learning, deep learning, AI, you can still use this and build a project, right? You can build. So Databricks is a tool framework which we can do everything. If you know how to work with Databricks, if you know one of this, either data
Santosh,
science,
Databricks is also there in Fabric.
What?
Databricks is also there in Fabric. Means it is integrated
Yes,
with
it is there.
Fabric. Is there?
Yes. So if
Because
you want,
nowadays I have seen some opportunities that a Fabric data engineer.
see,
That's why I asked
again,
you.
right? Fabric is what? It is on top of Azure only. So directly you cannot learn Fabric. You will have to first master Azure. Everyone is saying Fabric, Fabric. Fabric again is on top of Azure only. In the real world, what is happening? You tell me. You have a special food. That special food, now what people are doing, they're adding other ingredients and making it special, right? In biryani itself, we have different type of biryanis. Initially, it was only biryani. Now we have different biryani. We call it as a Hyderabadi biryani. We call it as a Ambur biryani. We call it as a Bangalore biryani. So they are adding spices. Similarly, the ground is this one only. On top of that, we are using cloud. We are using snowflake. Again, we are using synapses. Now again, fabric is coming, right? So all of this has been handled on the ground itself. So that's why I'm saying this is a ground. This is a ground. If you learn this, on top of this, you can learn snowflake also. You can learn fabric also. You can learn any of this. Everything resides on this for only. Okay? Are we good?
Yes,
Any
sir.
questions? We'll give the time for your question and answer. Please ask whatever questions you have. There is a lot to do about this, particularly in Databricks. But what we have seen today is just an outline. And if you want to learn this, and again, you have to go in a flow. SQL, you need to learn Python, you need to learn Spark, you need to learn then only Databricks. If someone is teaching, I will teach you Databricks directly, please don't believe them. It is impossible. It is impossible. I'll teach you Databricks in 5 days, 10 days, 15 days. It's not possible. If you want to learn Databricks, you need to know first these three.
This workshop will be complete today or some other day it will be there?
This workshop is only for 3 hours that we have organized from almost 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock. So this is a free workshop that we are organizing for you guys to make you understand what is Databricks. If you want to learn completely, then we'll have to join a 5 months course or 6 months course. The time taken to complete all of this will be 6 months.
So these 4 topics comes under this course, right?
Yes, it comes under data engineering.
So this is a course for the data engineer, right, Santosh?
See, if you learn for this 4, you can either become this, it can become this, or you can become this. Okay, it's a foundation. These are all foundation. Okay, probably if you're focusing more on the Python and coding, you'll become a data engineer. If you probably focus more on visualization, you'll become a data analyst. If you focus more on machine learning, you'll be this. But this is a foundation. So from here, I will be helping you to be a data engineer. But after on top of this, if you would like to learn Power BI, you can become a data analyst. We'll also be helping you some basics of LLM, like machine learning, deep learning. If you want to choose that option, you can choose that option as well. So it's not like we are conducting 3 courses, right? So we are giving the foundation for you. One we will be covering will be data engineering, because that is a demand currently. We have very minimal resources for data engineers where company wants, but we don't have resources. So the complete course we will be focusing on data engineering. But people who want to become a data analyst, you may not learn complete coding of Python and PySpark, not needed, but you may be focusing more on visualization. For data science, this is important. Learning models. Machine learning models is important.
So this is a
Hello,
job
sir.
assistant program, sir, right?
What do you mean by job assistant? Like
Post completion of this course, whether KSR will be providing any assistance to look after the job in the market.
We will be helping you in framing your resumes, one-on-one support, mentoring support, resume preparation, guidance, interview questions, mock interviews. This is what is called assistance. That we do.
Yes.
That we do.
Yeah, that is what I'm asking.
Yeah. That is part and parcel of our regular sessions.
Okay, thank you.
So which cloud you choose for
We will be using Azure.
Oh.
Completely Azure. It's completely going to be Azure.
Hello, sir.
When we will start this course?
Sorry?
When this course is started?
We are going to start a new batch in the month of June first week. We don't know, we don't tell you the exact time as of now because there is an ongoing batch. So we can say somewhere around 7th or 8th, tentative, and it will be evening batch.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I am a college student. What should I learn? Data engineering, data analyst, or data science, or AI/ML for future?
Sorry, what is your role?
Sir, what should I learn now? Data engineering, data analyst, or data science, or AI/ML?
But you need to tell about yourself. What is your background? Like, are you a
Sir,
fresher or an
yes,
experience?
sir.
Are you already
No, sir.
working?
No, sir. Fresher. I am a fresher.
So I would suggest you to opt for data engineering first.
Data engineering.
Once you learn data engineering, analytics becomes easy. Then you can go
Yes.
and directly learn LLM models, data
Hello.
science.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Thank you,
Santosh.
sir.
Just I wanted to switch my career towards the data side. So I have the experience on like 8 years with the development. So how this going to be helpful for me? Means whether
Which
I
tool
have
you
to
have
choose.
used?
I'm the front-end developer.
Front end
So more towards the JavaScript.
JavaScript, right? So you have coding
Yes.
experience, right?
Yes, I have
So
the
you can
coding.
choose data engineering because data engineering needs more of coding. So if you're already good at JavaScript, Java or something, then Python will become very easy. So you can opt for data engineering with AI. So probably you will be able to learn some basics of LLM models as well as you'll be able to complete the data engineering course with coding. So that will be a good because 8 years, right? So probably they may look you at a mid level where you have to guide the team also. So learning data
Yes.
engineering can boost your experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as of now, I'm in the staying in the United States, but how this going to be
Online. Everything is online.
Okay.
It's going to be online session where I'll be coming on live every day, 8 o'clock or maybe a specific time. It's going to be 1.5 hour session. We'll be giving you assignments, projects, everything we'll be doing, and then we'll be continuing our learning journey. In case if you miss the classes also, recordings will be available.
Hello.
Yeah.
Because I have a doubt. As a part of Hadoop module, are we going to learn Scoop Hive?
We are going to learn Hive.
Hive.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Santosh, one question.
Yeah.
So currently, are there any limitations with Databricks? Like it can only transform like 10 TB of data, 20 TB of data. Are there any limitations for Databricks?
So limitations is there. Like when I say limitations, it may not connect to all the tools. What I've shown to you, right? In most of the tools, if you see, it's in preview mode. Right? It's not connecting all the tools and it cannot be used as a storage. That's also a problem. It has slightly, there is a concept called Unity Catalog where we can create some tables and all, but not like a normal database table. So those type of limitations are there. Not good for database related works, not good for storages, not like you cannot store files like that. You cannot connect with all the connectors. So there will be some limitations. No one is perfect, right? No tool is also perfect.
Okay.
Hi,
Follow-up
Santosh.
question to this one.
We'll go one by one. Yes,
So,
please go ahead.
so in terms of data engineering project, in the architecture, where does the Databricks falls under? Because in data engineering they do the medallion architecture, right? So in that structure, where does the Databricks will come into?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you can understand this one of the project that we have built. This is the architecture of one project called Optum. Now you tell me where is Databricks coming? This is medallion, what you told. So do you see the Databricks here?
Yeah, it is from silver to gold.
Yeah, it could be silver
bronze
to, yeah, it could be bronze to silver or it could be silver to gold, where you're doing a lot of transformations.
Okay. Like instead of ADF, like it's a low-code transformation, we can use
Yes,
the Databricks. Okay. So
correct.
for transformations, okay, I got it.
See, you're
Santosh.
getting the data here in a raw format. From here to here,
Right.
I will have to do all the data cleaning, missing values, abnormalities, special characters, white spaces. For that, I'll be using Databricks.
Okay.
This is one of the project that we have recently built, and this is the architecture of the project.
Got it, Santosh. Thank you so much.
So
Hi, Santosh.
Databricks is available in Fabric.
Sorry?
Databricks.
Yes, it is available. Not as a complete Databricks. There is Spark present in your Fabric also, where you can write, but not that effective as you see in the Databricks.
No,
You
no,
will have a
I'm talking about Fabric.
that's what I'm saying. You will
Hmm.
also find Spark in your Fabric, but
Okay.
not as great as Databricks, I'm saying.
Okay.
Hi,
Thank you.
Santosh. See, Terraform. What is the difference between this Terraform and Databricks?
See, Terraform is not a transformation layer. It is a template creation
Yeah.
for deployment. If you want to do a CI/CD pipelines, if you want to push the code from development version to UAT version, UAT version to development version. So it's like CI/CD pipeline. It's nowhere comparable with Databricks. Databricks as a separate transformation layer. Your Terraform is like a process.
Yeah,
It cannot be compared.
I heard that it is infrastructure management tool. Is that yeah?
Yeah, infrastructure management, it will start creating the services for you. It will create a storage for you. It will create a Databricks for you. It is that's right. It will provide you the infrastructure creation. But you're not going to do a Databricks creation in the projects. There'll already be someone would be created a Databricks account. You have created now because it was something which have started from scratch. But when you go to the project, they only would have already created an infrastructure. They would only already created everything. You are going and doing and working the project. So that way, you're not going to create as a Terraform templates. You're going to already
Yeah,
the
very
existing
few.
platform.
Okay.
Hi, I have one question. So I'm in an investment banking background. So which course would be preferred for me?
See, irrespective of whichever domain you're coming from, a banking, healthcare, retail, telecom, this we are talking about technology. So once you learn any technology here, like you're choosing a data science, data engineering, data analytics, you can portray yourself that in the investment banking, I've done data science models. In the investment banking, I've done data analysis reports. You have built a pipeline. Like this, you can showcase your experience. First technical, then followed by domain. Both linked, you can get into any of the projects.
Okay.
Santosh, as a database developer, I mean, for transformation purpose and all, can't I manage with only PySpark, or do I still need Python and knowledge?
If you want to learn PySpark, you need to know Python. This PY stands for Python only. Without Python, you cannot learn Spark.
Someone, some of my friends told like PySpark and Python are two different languages.
No. That's why I'm saying all this mixed informations you get, right? That's what it's creating a confusion. The reason for conducting this workshop was to understand what this Databricks doing, right? If you're learning PySpark, without Python, you can't even learn PySpark. It's impossible. You have to learn one coding first. That coding is Python. On top of that coding only, we'll be learning PySpark.
Then PySpark is kind of library in Python.
That's what it is.
But pandas and NumPy will do that, right?
Pandas,
Whatever.
how much data it can handle? It will not handle
Okay.
big data. PySpark will handle big data. You're
Big
right.
data.
Python is a
Okay.
language. Pandas is a library. NumPy is a library. PySpark is a library. So this, if
Library
you want
in
to use
Python.
this library, you need to know coding, right?
Okay. Thanks, Santosh. That helped.
Hey Santosh, I have a quick question.
Santosh.
So, any kind of certifications after doing this means PySpark means Azure has some certifications, right? Do you
Databricks
have any
also
kind of
has some certifications. I don't know the exact number. There is a certifications for Databricks also. Databricks Champion is there. Databricks there are few versions which I don't remember. I'm not that good at certifications. I always believe in knowledge. So you can reach out to a team. A team can provide you some dumps and list of certifications that you can take for Azure, data engineering, particularly for Databricks also. They can provide you the list.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Santosh, will Apache Kafka and Airflow will be part of this course?
This course is different. Apache Kafka will be different. This will not, both will not be clubbed.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Santosh, here actually we are
One
learning
minute, 1 minute.
Microsoft Fabric
Hear.
also.
Yeah, let's hear it from Rajan first. Rajan, please go ahead. I think
My
you're
name is
speaking.
Vikas actually.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
Santosh, I saw your videos in the YouTube. That's what I found very beneficial. Will be very beneficial for my career. So I have a total of 1 year and 6 months, and due to my background, I went with some experience. So that put me in kind of trouble. So I want to have the proper knowledge. So what would you suggest me? So I'm thinking of taking this Azure data engineering course because I am coming from a skill background with some little bit of ETL and Python knowledge. So will it be helpful for me because I am looking for a good career in the upcoming years.
Yeah.
So that's what
Yeah.
is
With
my
your
concern.
background, with your experience, with your basic knowledge of ETL Python, data engineering should be a good option.
So my thing is that I talked to team also. So I am here because of you because your teaching style that convinced me. I mean I'm very impressed with that actually. So I thought like I need a guru for the knowledge. So that's why.
Yeah, again, thanks for that. But as I said, the way we teach again will come from completely my experience only. Okay, I'm not a person who has to go through or refer something and come back and hear. Whatever I've done in my past, I'm just explaining you. In fact, to answer your question, I am not at all a trainer. I'm a working professional who
No,
is
no,
currently
I
working in a
know that.
trainer. So that knowledge I can guarantee you, right? I don't
Yeah,
use any
yeah,
of the,
I
yeah,
heard that from you, but I am looking for the pure knowledge what you have and
that is
what you'll
guaranteed.
give.
Okay, that is
Yeah, yeah,
guaranteed. But also, I'm
that's what.
saying I'll give you only 50%. The other 50% should come
Okay.
from you. You have to practice, you have to do
Ah,
the assignments, you will have to do everything. That is there.
yes, 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 yes. That I will do.
So that's why I'm saying this is for everyone. If you're looking for a textbook trainer, a Google trainer, or who just comes with prepared, I'm not that type of person. I'm a working profession who is working in company, who is doing the projects. I'm going to share that experience, that knowledge with you guys. So that's how it is. Okay, this is for everyone who have a doubt what type of learning we are going to have. This is going to be a 6 months of course, completely learning from scratch. The guys who don't know anything about coding will be able to learn SQL, Python, PySpark, everything in detail, and he will be able to readily work in a project showing up to 5 years of experience.
Hi,
Yeah.
Santosh.
Yeah.
So in the 5 years means I can show like 2 years of data analyst and 3 years of
I am
data
saying you can show 5 years of data engineering.
Oh, okay.
You may have n
Total.
number of experience. You may have 10, 20, 15. But from the course, from the knowledge that you're going to get it in the 6 months, what I've done it for 10 years, I'm going to explain it for 6 months. That will be like a bit crash course, you can call it as. In the 6 months, what you can go and learn, you can show up to 5 years of experience. Again, 5 years is a guys for who does everything what I tell. If you're not attending, if you're not practicing, five will become four, four will become three, three will become two. Depends on your side as well. From my side, I'm promising you 5 years. On the other side, if you're doing everything what I tell, you can still put 5 years.
Yeah. Hi, Santosh.
Hi, Santosh.
Yeah,
Thank you, Santosh. That solved
yeah.
my
Go
query.
ahead, please.
Yeah, hi, Santosh.
Hmm.
I have two questions. So it will be one scenario where we have data in SAP, and from there it will go and load through Databricks. We are doing process, and it's going to AWS bucket, and from there to Snowflake and all.
Hmm.
So in future, what happens like SAP HANA is also going to implement. So
Hana, SAP
what if
Hana.
it's going to, yeah, SAP HANA, and there is some data sphere.
Hmm.
Can this replace this Databricks, and they can only do that process optimization things and all?
If you are doing processing in SAP Hana, that could be done in Databricks. That is possible.
Okay, if that can be done, then Databricks can be eliminated in future, or
Why
how
Databricks will
is
be
the future
eliminated?
will be?
Why Databricks will be eliminated? Databricks will not be eliminated. Databricks will be there forever because the entire framework, what you guys are doing, all the companies are looking for fast transformation. They want immediate transformations. The immediate transformations will be done From Databricks only. So Databricks will be there, but all the other tools, which is a legacy systems, which is taking more time and all, that will be replaced.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. One more question. In Databricks, we can do only this process thing, like transformation, or anything else we can do here.
Processing, visualization, machine learning, agents, Gen AI, everything you can do, but nowhere you can use it as a storage. Storage will be limited. You will have to rely on another cloud for storage.
At
Oh,
any
nice.
process, we
Thank
can
you.
do scripting also, Santosh, in database transformation.
Sorry, what? Can we?
Can we do scripting? I mean,
Yeah, you can do. Python scripting, you can do.
did we get real-time scenarios in our real-time
Python
project?
scripting, everything you are doing it in PySpark, right? But then again, Python scripting, very limited usage.
Very limited. Okay. And what about this agentic AI and AI? Means the current market is expecting more about AI, right?
Yeah, again, for that, right, you can start with your basic understanding of machine learning, deep learning, then how it is NLP working, what is this embedding. Then we can go with all this Gen AI, agentic AI. Okay, if see, there is a process to climb the steps. Nowadays, what is doing everything directly, they are dumping and expecting that you need to have a agentic AI knowledge. Agentic AI knowledge cannot be learned in one day. You have to go through process. So I request, apart from what you are learning, parallelly start with your basics of what is AI, where does AI come from, when it was launched. So you can also join our course, but again, two different courses, two different things, you will get burdened, right? So choose one course. If you want to choose a data science, choose this data science. In data science, we will teach everything. SQL, Python, again PySpark will come there, and again machine learning will be there, deep learning will be there, again agentic AI, everything will be there. Data engineering has a different code, different modules. This has a different modules. This has a different modules. So if you want to choose one, you choose it right away now itself, so that you can learn all the related tools in that area.
I mean, in Databricks transformation, can we integrate AI also?
Yeah, we can
We
do
have
it.
such. Mhm. Okay. Thanks, Santosh.
Tosh, two questions.
Yeah.
What is the difference between Databricks and ADF? And the second
ADF,
question is,
I'll answer
yeah,
this first.
yeah,
ADF is a codeless transformations which cannot be used for a heavy lifting transformation.
okay,
Databricks can do all sort of transformations, but here no drag and drop. You will have to sit and write the code.
right, correct. The second question is, I mean, to practice ADF Databricks, the subscription still we have to use the credit card, or is there any other option to get the
We have a 200 credits US dollars they give it for credit cards and debit cards.
still the same thing? Okay,
Yeah, that $200 you can use it for your practice, more than enough. Debit card also supports. So with the debit card also you can create an account and we can start using that $200. More than enough.
thank you, Santosh.
So what is going to be the course fees?
If you're choosing data engineering, it will be, let me check. Let me check if we have anyone from KSR. Satish, you're there?
Hi, sir. Good
Yeah.
afternoon. I'm
Yeah,
there.
what is the fees?
For which one, sir?
Data engineering.
Hello.
Yeah, data engineering. What
Data
is the fees?
engineering will be including installments, it's around 51,000, sir.
51?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is with installments, right?
Yes, sir. So for one shot payment will be the 45,000.
Okay.
Two installments will be the 48,000. So three installments will be the like 51. And from June 4th onwards, we are going to be start new batch. So
Okay. Two installments?
48, 24 plus 24. So
Okay. Thank you,
Is
dude.
it a multi-cloud data engineering or
Yes, multi-cloud data engineering, where GCP and AWS will get as a recorded session, but complete Azure will be in the live sessions.
Santosh, and Microsoft Fabric also will be covered in this.
Yeah, we'll be covering Fabric as well.
Okay. Can I get the syllabus on WhatsApp actually? I don't
Yeah,
have syllabus.
you can drop a message to our team. Our team can help you to share all the details, including the
Yeah, I
brochures.
shared already in WhatsApp, actually, but I didn't get any reply in that. So that's why I said.
You will get it. You will get it by today.
Okay, fine.
Like, can I share? So, can you share my number in WhatsApp? I'll share the details. The chat.
Yeah, you please reach out to our team directly. They can help you.
Yeah, I put a message in the WhatsApp, please. Can I get the syllabus like that? But I didn't get any response in that.
Okay, you will get it. Maybe the guys are here, right? So you will get it.
Okay. Fine.
So you can enter
And
this
if it's possible,
details
Santosh,
here.
please can I? Yeah, sorry.
Our team will
Can I
call you.
connect you, Santosh, once? If you are free means today or else tomorrow, I need
Yeah.
to discuss something
See, you
about my
can
profile. So
see
that's
talking to me directly may not be possible because I do take a lot of sessions. But you can reach out to our team.
okay.
If that
Okay.
in that case, if I am free, I'll be able to talk to you. But I
Yeah,
mean,
sure.
I'm technical expert, but we have a people who can guide you well. So they also are experts in terms of their
Okay.
work. So you can talk to them. If really needed, we can connect as well.
Yeah, but my doubt is actually who has been working. He'll be having the good knowledge about the company profile and all. So that's why I want to discuss with you. Those
See,
people will
all are
be know
all
about
are
the
working.
admission and all things
See, all
only.
are working in KSR. All are only focus is to
No,
help people
it's
only.
not like company will be different and these people know about the knowledge on admission, fee structure. Those things will be
So that's why.
having
See, that's why
knowledge.
I'm here. You can
But
ask your question right away in front of you. I'm giving a live answers. You can ask your
okay.
questions right away here. No.
No, I need to bit personal and to discuss about
Yeah, in that
profile. So
case, you will
that's
have to wait. You can reach out to our team. We will be connecting in our free slots.
okay.
You can do one thing. You can give me a call after like this session. I'm sharing my number. I can able to answer. Even if really required, we can interact with the Santosh also over the call. Okay. I'm sharing my number here.
Yeah. Okay. Surely. Fine.
Santosh, I have a quick question. In the
Yeah.
Spark, we are going to learn the Hadoop also?
Yes, we'll be learning Hadoop. With Hadoop, we will see what is the disadvantages of Hadoop, why it did not work for us, and then why we are going with Spark.
How many sessions that go around?
Spark, PySpark, Hadoop,
No.
Hive, everything will be 1 month.
Okay,
One
month means
complete month.
we go interact with the functionality also related to the PySpark and the Hadoop.
Yes. Hadoop we will learn for about 3 to 4 days. We'll see what is the disadvantage of Hadoop. And then with that, we will be learning Spark. Spark, PySpark, and coding practice, everything will be for 1 month.
Okay.
About 35 hours.
Santosh, today's recording will be available, is it?
It is live streamed in YouTube. You can go and watch it anytime in our KSR Data Vision YouTube channel. And apart from that, you will also find it in our portal, KSR portal.
Okay, thanks.
Santosh, you will be teaching whole syllabus, right?
Yes. SQL, Python, PL SQL, OOPS concept, big data, data warehousing, Hive, Hadoop, Spark, PySpark, Azure services. Azure services includes all ADF, Databricks, everything. CI/CD pipelines. Till here, I'll be covering. AWS and GCP will be a session, will be giving us recording. I would have only recorded, but that will be getting us a live recorded sessions. And once you learn till Python and PySpark, you have the luxury to move forward to Snowflake also. Okay, for example, as I told you, as a data engineer, what you'll be doing, you'll be building end-to-end data pipelines. Okay, data pipelines. Now you have an option. You can do it in AWS, you can do it in Azure, you can use in GCP. Okay. Now I'll be teaching Azure here. Okay. This will be learning completely. All the projects will be doing in Azure. Maybe there are a few guys who say that no, Snowflake is also good. Snowflake we can do right away. SQL query, less of Python, more of SQL. I like SQL more. So there will be some SQL fan base, and company also they'll have a lot of projects running in Snowflake. A lot of projects will be running on Azure. A lot of projects will be running on AWS. A lot of projects will be on GCP. So all about fan base, right? So if there is projects which is running in Snowflake, so after PySpark, you will be navigated to this particular batch. So Snowflake will be by another expert called Sagar. He'll be taking the Snowflake classes. I'll be taking up this, whereas for Snowflake, you will be diverted into another batch.
Will it cover only Snowflake or
No,
Snowflake
no.
and DBT?
Snowflake
It's a
and DBT.
Snowflake, Spark,
So
DBT,
this is
Matillion.
one complete course, or for Snowflake we have to go for another course separately?
That module you will have to go now. You will have to go to another course.
Yes, I will tell you guys here, maybe from that, because it's how we are designed. SQL, Python, PySpark is a common for all the data analysts. When you are planning for the cloud mainly like Azure, Fabric, AWS and GCP, those parts will be handled by Santosh separately. And SQL, Python, PySpark, Santosh only will take care. But when you want to focus mainly as a Snowflake, DBT, Snowpark and Matillion will handle by Sagar. He was another trainer and he was also have a multiple his of sessions in our channel as well. You can check it. I shared you the YouTube channel link also in the group itself in the chat. You can check it. The Snowflake module is a different mentor and he will take care Snowflake, DBT, Matillion and Snowpark. The SQL Python will be completely by same Santosh only.
So here which includes the 51,000 or we have to pay extra? That's
No,
for the
that's what, sir. Like if you want to go with the cloud engineering, multi-cloud data with AI, that is a 51,000. So if you don't want to go with the multi-cloud data, you want to go for Snowflake point of view, that's a different course. That course fees will be similar like this. If you want both means maybe we have some plans like you need either Snowflake and Azure data engineering, Fabric, CI/CD pipelines, everything. The both as a merged, we will make in a better plan. Maybe our team have a exact price. It's maybe around comes for nearly 70K or something. It's not like 1 lakh are not going to be go for a 70,000 or 80,000. It's a 60,000 or 65 something around. Because the 30% curriculum is same for both. The SQL, Python and PySpark is same for both. Right? So if you need Snowflake, Snowpark, and AA also will be there in Snowflake. That is Cortex AA only for the Snowflake point of view. If both in the sense, the course duration also go for more than 8 months, guys. Okay. 8 to 9 months it will take Snowflake, Snowpark, DBT, and Matillion together. Which module you want to go depends on your comfort and interest and maybe your requirement. Hope it's clear or else any confusion, guys. It will be data engineering will be modified as a 2 modules. One is a multi-cloud data engineering with A. There comes with the SQL, Python, PySpark, Big Data, Hadoop, Azure, Fabric, and CI/CD pipeline deployment. Another module, SQL, Python, PySpark is common. From there, it will be turned into the another step, Snowflake, DBT, Matillion, and Cortex A. Got it? Yeah, I'm only having
This is this is multi-cloud, right? So if I want only Azure, then what would be the
This
fees?
is Azure only. Again, it's not a multi-cloud in the sense we are covering Azure as a mainstream, AWS and GCP as an add-on.
Okay.
90% Azure, 10% AWS and GCP. Reason nowadays companies' expectation is a example. Tarun, I guess Tarun or who asking this question? Tarun.
Yeah, Tarun only.
Yeah. Tarun, maybe I guess you are our old student only. You know from the day one onwards, if you are not wrong, you are an old student of Power BI or data
Yes,
science.
old only. Old only.
Okay. So usually why we are giving multiple skills, companies requirement. Imagine the data and jobs are 100 is there. Out of 100, Azure may be 50, AWS may be 30, GCP will be 20. Why we have to be focused only that 50 jobs? My intention will be you are eligible for all 100 jobs. In the resume, we are focusing Azure as a main and last 2 projects I handled on Azure, but I have an idea on AWS and GCP. At least we can give a confidence to the panel. Yes, Tarun can handle even AWS project.
Okay.
Example, Tarun have 3 skills, AWS, Azure and GCP in his resume. Mahesh had only Azure as a 1 skill. We both went for a same interview. Both have almost same skills, same package. Both cleared in the same level of interview. Now, panel point of view, who will be the best suitable for them?
Okay.
Tarun, obviously Tarun, because he knows multi skills.
Yes, understood.
Yeah. Who will be covering GCP and AWS modules?
That module we are providing as a record because we don't want to kill too much time. It's already taking 6 months. That AWS and GCP module will provide as a record the same trainer from Santosh.
Santosh only.
Yeah, Santosh since only. Azure will be the completely live. Only AWS and GCP part will be as a record.
How many classes are there in AWS and GCP for recorded? Like
About 20 hours, which comes around 10 to 12 classes.
Thank you.
Is Git and GitHub is part of the syllabus as well?
Of course, without that, how can you do deployment?
It's like without idli without chutney, huh? Without sambar. Sorry guys, I'm little foodie, so it's lunchtime, right? I'm remembering all the things.
Any other questions? Anyone?
Santosh, small question.
Yeah.
If Databricks connected to any of the cloud, the work will be the same, right? In Databricks.
Yes. And you end of the day, you're doing transformations in Python and PySpark, right? So you'll be writing SQL logics and all. So irrespective of whatever you're doing, the logic that you'll be writing will be in language. So irrespective of what is the source, what is the target, you are least bothered.
Okay, thanks.
Any other questions?
Thank you, Santosh, for your valuable time and patience.
Yeah, thank you all. If you have any more questions, reach out to our team. Our team is always available and we are always here to help you in terms of your doubts, clarification,
We want you,
questions.
Santosh, only.
Sorry?
I mean, you are the person.
I mean, our
That's
team is
how.
always there, irrespective
No,
of.
I know, but it,
See,
like,
I mean, I may be technically good, but there are a lot of other experts who are like guiding you in the right direction. Mahesh is an expert in career advice. If you are confused in which course to select, just give a call to Mahesh, and there can no other be person expect who can explain you in detail about the courses. So you can always talk to Mahesh and our team. Our team is also well trained to share all the information which you want. So please talk to our team and take a decision. Learn wherever you want, but learn Databricks. That's our advice. Learn wherever you want. You join any institute, any course, any YouTube channel, learn wherever you want. But learn Databricks. Databricks is the future.
sure.
And adding new skills is a mandatory, guys. Like people are assuming like stuck in with the old skills and assuming like I am not getting calls. Example from a data analytics point of view here, because a lot many data analysts are there. If you know only SQL and Power BI and assuming I am not getting calls, it's 100% our mistakes. Without adding cloud and all, expecting in a Power BI call will be almost it's a nightmare now. You can't get it any single call only with SQL and Power BI. We have to be add on. So for that, we will keep on research in the market and what kind of skills companies are expecting. We will add those skill set in the curriculum. That's how this curriculum, the initial batch of data engineering in KSR, hardly 2.5 months, I guess. Now it's become more than 6 months. Whatever companies are expecting, we have to be hard on those skill set. Then only we can able to sustain. Same way Fabric. Example Snowflake. The Cortex is starting from the next batch only. Previous batch we don't have a Cortex. Right? The Fabric also immediately the next minute when Fabric launched by Microsoft, the next batch immediately we added. Then only we can able to sustain in the current market standards. Right? And maybe if you required any, you want to discuss, people are who were stuck with the package of 20 lakhs for 25 lakhs and working for the same company more than 3 to 4 years. And you guys can discuss with me. I will try to guide you what will be the best suitable course to you, or else how to move on from the current same kind of job. It will be threat if you are staying with the same project more than 3 years, guys. It's just remember this one. If you are working on the same project, same kind of work from 23 to till date, it will be your career will be in the risk. It's not mean you have to change the company. At least your skill set you have to be changed. You have to be do the additional task. Anyone here like feeling that kind of situation in your current job, working in the same project, and there is no nothing to new to learn, and maybe your job in threat or something? Anyone facing that kind of symptoms? Anyone here? Yeah, Deepak. You have any questions in this?
Hello.
That's fine. Yes. Yes, Deepak.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm into the same situation, the one which you have explained, right?
So since more than 3 years, I'm working and I'm in a saturation point. So whatever I'm getting and whatever the skills I'm having, I don't think I may sustain or I may go for next level with these skills. So I just need to switch. Currently, I'm working as a data analyst. So I am a Power BI expert now, but I just want to go for data engineering.
Yes, yes.
So
So
yeah,
after
maybe
data
this is
analyst trials, the two roles will be the suggestible. One is a data engineering, another one is a AML engineer or data scientist. These two roles here you can plan depends on your interest. First target priority will be data engineering because demand supply issue. Less people in the market and more demand for them.
yeah. Yeah, and I just wanted to tell you that I'm not from the coding background. So my education is degree BCom. So I in college I didn't learn SQL, Python, something like that. So I don't know Python. So I know SQL
Jadavji,
and Power BI.
here 50 people are there still. Out of 40 people, they never learned SQL and Python in their college. I will bet. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Even I came from biotechnology.
Yeah. I know that in the previous session
Yes,
you
yes.
explained. So
So because
previous
in the
session
college we
also
are
I
not
attended.
learning much nowadays, even though the Python is part of the curriculum recent days, around 10 years back, I don't think Python is a part of your BTech or BSc or BCom, whatever it may be. So 99% syllabus are technical things we are learning after completing our graduation. Our degree certificate, maybe you may offend, but it's a paper for us. It's an entry ticket. But later our seat will be, we have to be fight for that by learning new skills.
Very true. Yeah.
Right? It's like a bus ticket in a rush bus. How fast you are moving, how much technical skills you have to find your seat. Then you will get your seat. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you no need to
Yep.
be worried about your previous background, your degree background. How many years of experience you are holding now? Total?
I'm having 10 plus years of experience. So initially, I started my career as a non-technical in the finance side. Then later on, I came to know about the data and data power. So that's why I
How many years
moved
in
to
data
this
analytics?
data analytics around 5 years.
Okay. I will ask you one question, Deepak. Total 10 years of work experience, 5 years in data analyst. You are still comparing your 3 years degree. You don't have SQL and Power BI in my degree. Huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Your degree is not matter. Your 10 years experience is matters here.
Correct.
Okay.
So I need
But only
to
thing will
change
be
my
you have
mindset.
only graduation. I will suggest you do a master's from any college, any university, wherever it's a less fees, wherever have all the rules and regulations they are following, do a master's degree. Because some companies in higher positions, right, they will look for a 4 years degree or else master's degree. Because BCom holding only 3 years degree, plan for a master's degree.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
No need to spend too much of money on that. Wherever you felt will get it for a lesser price, and all the formalities are there, not like a fake universities again. It's a genuine regular university, but less price is fine. Any masters, we need a certification. That's it.
Okay, then I can go for this MBA, right?
Yes, MBA only.
The,
MBA
yeah.
AML is there. MBA cloud is there. So you can pick it anything.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, even we do have tie up with a couple of universities, including a lovely professional university, MIT, and maybe if required any online MBA support, we can able to help you with that.
Okay, Mahesh. Yeah. Thank you so much for that. And I will get in touch with you
Sure.
regarding this one. So I'm really interested in data engineering course. So
Sure.
yeah, I have your number. I can personally connect and I
Sure,
will
sure.
get more information about it.
Sure, sure. I'm sharing one link for
Thank you.
that education hub also. The universities, you can fill the form, the team will connect with you and they will guide you like the suitable degree for you. Here, I'm
Sure.
just saying, depends on your interest and no need to spend too much money. We need just in a paper,
Yeah.
the ticket.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any questions, team?
Yes, my sir. I'm
Yeah,
Sachin.
Naresh.
Hello.
Yeah, Naresh, tell me, Naresh.
Yeah. So I also facing the same issue. I have total 9 years of experience, and from last 3 years, I am working as a data analyst, mainly
Mm-hmm.
focusing on Power BI side.
Mm-hmm.
And currently, just layoff, and I also the part of the layoff. And now I want a very stable functions where I can work in company. So
Mm-hmm.
once I learn this data engineering courses, so how I will be go to company. So they will accept me, or they will say just the documentation which I don't have experience in data engineer or like that.
Mm. Okay. So you already layoff means you left the job recently, and how long onwards like you are don't have any job or something?
Yeah, currently I am on notice period.
Notice period. Okay, fine. So Sachin, right? Or Naresh?
Yes, yes, Sachin.
Sachin, to be frank, no one going to be validate what technology or skill you used in your project. Anyway, you are already a data analyst, you are using SQL, Python, some parts of Azure and for ETL process. We are going to be add little more additional skills stating like our last one project you are handled data. In that one project, we are going to be learn in the curriculum. End-to-end project, same client. Example, you work, may I know which client you worked actually earlier as a data analyst?
HP.
Client, HP only?
Yeah.
Okay, current working company?
Yes.
Or
Current.
which company you are working currently?
I'm currently working in RCC Red Cloud company.
Okay, your client will be a HP. HP
Yeah.
means in the which services? It is in the laptop division only?
No, it is for subscription based. HP is in hardware and HP is in software.
Okay. Hardware services. What kind of analysis you are doing?
Where I was a part of control tower team, and it
Mm-hmm.
is all related with expenses and revenue and other.
So all those data where we are getting actually from the cloud only, right?
Yeah.
The same we are doing with the data factory, Databricks and SQL Server, and we have developed ETL pipelines to extract the data from multiple systems. And later we cleaned and transformed the service data. Then that we are creating dashboard to the power by using Power BI.
Yes, right.
The same
But
thing we are going to be do, but main as of now you worked on only on the dashboards point of view, but now we
yeah,
are focusing on the before process.
okay. But in joining later, the designation is different. Like so, it
Doesn't matter. So until unless you are not doing any tampering and all, your designation doesn't matter. It's my guarantee.
okay. So it will be work if I start to learn these courses.
Yes. Here is such a small question. There are multiple learning data engineering courses, right? In the across India, not only from the KSR, maybe there are thousands institutions is there.
Mm-hmm.
Very big institutions also is there. If already they are data engineering in their designation, why they have to be learn data engineering again?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's not about only data, any course, either Python developer, Java developer, .NET developer, data analyst, data scientist, data engineer, AI engineer, ML engineer, no one's designation is not as per their learning course, right?
Okay. So if I search a new opportunity, so they will my experience. They will count my experience.
They
In
will
one of
validate only you are working or not.
okay.
And your package also, they will validate only with the bank and not with your company. No one can go and trace what kind of tools you are using in your current project. You are technically strong, they are ready to hire you. Only thing will be you have to do at least one or two projects on that end-to-end projects. You should have that much knowledge because whatever you are having experience on the last 3 years, similar kind of knowledge you have to be gained. That much knowledge we are delivering. But by practicing, you can able to gain the same kind of skill set, equal to a 3 years experience guy of data engineer.
Okay. So if I have 10 years of experience, so I can directly go with 10 years of experience or as a fresher.
Freshers, why your package?
10 LP.
10 LPA. So for fresher, why I have to give 10 lakh package? Or else maybe you will expect little more, right? 15 lakhs or 18 lakhs something.
Yeah.
Then why I have to give 15 lakhs package for a fresher in data engineering? But here, not about only data engineering. Your entire experiences matter. As an analyst, you know the multiple skills. So you no need to be considered as a fresher.
Okay.
Company will consider you as a experienced, and to be frank, your 10 years in the sense they won't consider only as a technical aspects. They will expect you to lead a team. I guess Santosh experience also 10 or 12 years. there are 40 people reporting to him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, Mahesh. Thank you.
So now you have to be focused on your confidence skills also. You have to be prepared to lead a team in future, next 2 to 3 years.
Yes, I got it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, Narendra.
Yeah, actually, currently I am working in BNY with the MI analyst, and I am not getting exposure on Power BI and Python. But most of the reporting, like we are creating a working file with which we are creating the PPT presentations. I try to automate with using Python, but I don't have. I am only having the basic knowledge of the Python, and with that, with AI and Chat GPT, I try to automate our working file, which takes around 1 to 2 days. So I create a Python code, and that file is now able to uh, create in 10 minutes actually. I reduced that time. So what you say about what skills should I need to add currently, because I'm not getting hands-on in Power BI right now, but I know the Power BI, SQL, and basics of the Python. So I'm currently interested in data engineering role. So and
You can learn data engineering actually for a 1 year. Freshers little less for a data analyst, but who holding at least a 1 year experience, they have a multiple opportunities. Any domain, it's not mean you have to be experience in data domain. Any domain, if you have an experience and interested with the data and concepts, blindly you can go with the data and now. Within the data,
okay, no,
we have
overall,
multiple sub clouds again in the future. Next 10 years, you can able to stay in the data engineering only.
okay. No, currently
Your
I am
interest matters
having
here.
overall I am having 7 years of experience, and currently with BNY I am having 2 years of experience, and previously also I was working as a Excel MIS only.
Then
So
all are into the data only, right? Happily you can learn.
okay.
And now, example, you started your career with the Azure data engineering with AWS and GCP as just an add-on. In after couple of 1 year, maybe AWS again it's growing. We can completely focus on little more AWS. Maybe it may take another 20 days because 20 days concepts we are learning here. Or else maybe Snowflake. See 30% data and concepts and the entire module you know. Just by learning Snowflake and Snowpark, you will be get another module. Or else by improving within Azure only little more concepts, you can go as an architect level. Right?
Okay.
Or else after adding same for the concept data engineering, data analytics, now adding in ML and deep learning or NLP, you can come for them a machine learning engineer or else AI engineer.
Okay.
Within the data only,
Thank
we
you.
have multiple options. All these people are working together in the real time also. Data analyst, data scientist, data engineer, and business analyst.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Any other questions? Team, any questions? Hope all good. It's been 1:30, maybe your lunch time. Fine. Maybe we will conduct a couple of workshops similar way in the next coming weeks also. We may conduct one session particularly for a career gap women employees, particularly how they can able to restart their career without making any fake experience. So we have a couple of courses for that, and also there is a good companies also hiring women employees, particularly who holding career gap. They worked initially 2 3 years later due to marriage, kids, and all. They got a gap. So those companies are hiring with the name of Restart, Rebegin. TCS hiring, Wipro is hiring. Even recently, two of our students got a similar way with a 50 to 100% hike. Different courses. So, particular and women employment point of view, we are conducting one workshop how to enter into the IT market again. Okay. So next week we will conduct that session, and one session on Cloud AI also next week we are going to be conduct similar way. It's a 2 to 3 hours of workshop, which including Cloud recently released one certification also. That certification details also we are going to be explained that time.
Yes, Mahesh.
Yes.
So, so I'm a graduate. It's like if I want to do any PG in MBA or MCA, so 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 you mentioned that we are collaborating with
Yes.
Lovely
Some universities.
University.
I shared one
Yeah,
link to you. Check it, Naresh.
yeah, got the link.
Just fill that form, and team will call you, and you can give me a message, a call to me. I will guide you, which will be suits you the best out of these.
Sure.
Here, university and maybe my suggestion will be depends on your budget also. If you have a little more money, maybe we can go for IIM also. No, I don't want to go with too much of budget. So in the medium range means there are universities like LPO, Amity, and Jain. These kind of universities also there. So they can get with a liberal price.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Deepak, you have anything still?
Yes, miss. I just wanted to thank to you and Santosh regarding this session. So this session was really helpful. I got a deeper understanding on how database came and what is the background of Databricks. So earlier the concept was not clear, but now it's clear. So thanks for that.
Great, great, and thanks for your. We will. It's given more confidence for us when we have students said like it's a very understanding and it's easy for them and maybe another we will get more motivated when you texted me as a Mahesh. I got in a job, right? So this will be gives more boost for me every day. At least one message I'm just getting from our students. So my goal will be to get more messages from the students who got placed. Ultimately any student they are struggling to learn and spending money for a placement for better opportunities only, right? That is well the ultimate goal for any of student, any IT employee in the current market. So if you are understanding new concept and sustaining your current IT job or else getting in a better job, this will give more motivation. Deepak, once you got placed and give me a text. Okay.
Definitely, my next goal will be that only. So maybe with your guidance, I can achieve that one.
Surely, surely we'll take care of that. Yeah. Thank you, thank you.
Sir, I may miss this one. So how much, I mean, maximum package I can expect, sir?
It depends on your experience, sir. Example, recently one of our student with a 2 years experience also, she cracked a 22 lakhs package. 2 years experience. Usually your experience into 4 to 5 lakhs will be the average lowest package. But after that depends on your skill set and which company you are going. Example, a 4 years experience guy, 20 lakhs will be very easy. But recently one student even with a 2 years experience also, she cracked a 22 lakhs. But with the multiple offers.
No, what about the 10 plus years of experience guy? Like,
to be frank, you can expect 40 lakhs also, sir.
Okay.
But your current package and current capabilities and which designation you are going. 10 plus year experience in the sense you should be in the higher roles. Maybe I can't reveal the exact package. Santosh also holding similar experience. And his package is half a million. More than half million actually. Okay.
Okay, and this course, yeah, because as we are discussing about the roles, right? So this course covers to compete with the lead data engineer kind of a role, or
it's a not a lead data engineering, higher level, sir. Below architect and higher level than a regular data engineering. Up to 20 years experience people also can able to manage. Only data engineering point of view equal to a 5 years experience only on data engineering, how much knowledge will be there. Those things we are going to be delivered technical point of view. But leads point of view means it's not about technicalities. Your leadership qualities also more valuable there.
So I wanted to talk about myself. See, I'm a lead software engineer. So if I'm keeping the if I'm learning this and keeping the experience, how can I show that? I have to show like a lead data engineer only, right?
Yes, yes. Lead
So
data only. That's what like here leadership in the sense how you are handling. That's what here 4 to 5 years experience means not a small thing.
But they will expect the in-depth, right? That's the
Obviously,
question
obviously
actually.
that much we are going to be deliver here, no?
That is my question actually.
That's what. That's the reason it's taking more than 6 months duration. So I will ask one question. In your experience, ever you felt compared to your manager, maybe just I'm asking, you felt you are better than him, like in the work wise, in entire your career, at least one or twice you may expect or felt right, compared to your boss or manager or lead, he don't know anything, I can do better job than him, something you felt right?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, same way, sir. It's not about the experience, it's about your capabilities and skill set matters. How you are handling.
Yeah, Mahesh, one thing, how to handle that non-IT part experience. For example, you said that if you are having 10 plus, 15 plus years of experience, then you should be in the higher position. But the most of the part is from non-IT, and from data analytics part, it is maybe 4 years or 5 years. Then how to handle
Yeah.
that?
So
Means which
non-IT in
role
the
I
sense
should go
what, which
for?
company you worked in, ma'am? Example in your case, I will tell you which company you worked in non-IT.
IT, it is, you may say that one product-based company.
Example, maybe you don't give your company the product, what kind of product it is?
Yeah, you can think about any type of electronics device.
Electronics devices. Consider it's maybe same HP only. Laptops, or else maybe just electronic devices in the sense any electronics manufacturing company. Without any software, that entire company is really running only just by using circuits and modules.
No, that is why we are there, right?
Exactly.
I am
IT
talking
team is
about
required,
myself.
right?
I have so many non-IT experience, right?
That's what
After
that
that,
non-IT experience only. I'm explaining you how to turn it. In the your same company, there are IT professionals also working, right?
yes.
The same thing we are going to be, say, example, consider you are a data analyst, Power BI developer or something. Sales, your company is doing some sales, right? In your company also, there are a Power BI developer or data analyst are working, right?
Yes.
Similar kind of projects we are going to be handled here. Example, I will tell you my story. And I said, like I came from pharmaceutical background, right? In my story, what it's happened, I'm actually completely into the manufacturing plant. I have to be working within the plant limit in a production environment. So what I did at that time, it's 12 years back, I started learning SAP. Why I chosen SAP only because of its not coding is not required, and even in my company will use SAP at that time. So I learned initially SAP from the institution. Later, what I did, I slowly connect with the IT team and understanding what kind of work they are doing in the real time. By taking one of the first employees' help, there is an production environment, work environment will be there within the SAP to do some practice. I taken that support, and 1 month I did some practice, similar kind of work, what they are doing within the plant. Later, I shown that experience. I am using SAP project also, so and so about things and all. Then I cleared my interview.
No, that means
Recently, I will
you
tell you
mean
another
that.
story.
That means you tell that I am having 5 years of IT experience and 10 years of non-IT experience. So
Exactly.
I'll apply for higher level of data engineering role.
So here your total experience again, ma'am. It's not about your only 4 years. Your 15 years will consider. They will
Yes,
expect
that is my
lead a
point. They
team.
will expect that 15 years from
You
data.
are expecting that much package also, right?
Yes.
Then obviously they will expect. So here again, handling team not a big deal. If you are not about only technicalities, it's about your management skills.
Okay.
Santosh with 6 to 7 or else maximum 10 years experience, he has handling 40 people. Somehow I'm able to handle him also, right? It's about your management skills also. You no need to be worried on that part. And the package wise nowadays, even freshers are getting better package than experienced people. It's about skills. And that's the reason the course duration is taking too much time. Almost we are spending 6 months, that much of knowledge to gain. Don't think like a 10 years you have to be work as a data analyst to showcase 10 years experience. The 6 months is more than enough. You will get that much confidence step by step while learning, ma'am. You can check the classes and a couple of sessions, you will get an idea. Here, lot many similar kind of, there are people who almost about to retire also, 55 years people also are learning these courses. I have a couple of reviews or
See,
videos also,
one
maybe you can check
question.
it.
SQL, Python, Spark, these are common for every courses, right? So here the specialty is Azure.
Yes.
So is there any other course where the specialty will be AWS?
No, ma'am. Azure will be the main. AWS, we are Snowflake will be specialization, and AWS as an add-on only there also. DevOps, maybe you can focus on the cloud. Here, AWS also almost it's covering, ma'am. Azure, AWS, and GCP all are cloud environment similar. So we are mainly focusing on Azure, and same work how it will be in the AWS. Example, I will tell you, ma'am. There is a different brands of cars. If you know any one brand car, other brand
No,
car
no,
also.
that I know, but I want to go to the specific thing of AWS, like
Here, Azure will be
AWS
the main. It's a
Glue,
multi-cloud
AWS.
data
Yeah, I
engineering,
know
ma'am.
that similar paths will be there. Whatever is there in Azure, similar things will be available in AWS, right?
Yes.
So AWS Glue is there, ADF is there,
Yes.
like that. So
Exactly.
I want to focus that Glue part right now.
Okay.
specialization part.
Yes, okay. Here we will focus on mainly on ADF, and later we are showcasing the same task, how it work with within the AWS. It's a multi-cloud data engineering. Reason companies' expectation are expanding nowadays. They are expecting who knows multiple clouds, not with a single cloud. That's the reason we are working on these many skills, ma'am. Only AWS specifically with one data, maybe it's not there. The same course you can consider and go with the AWS part also within that.
Yes, yes, that is what I'm asking.
Exactly.
After completing the common part like
Yes,
SQL,
You
Python,
can
there
focus on
after
AWS
that,
as
can
a
I
main.
focus on AWS? Is it
Yes, we
possible
can do that.
like that?
We can do that also. Okay. Any other questions, team? Okay, no worries. Next week we can meet with another workshop. So any questions, maybe we can discuss there at the time as well. Okay. Thank you.